I'm your host, Eric Bird, here at StopStrugglingNow.com. And today I'm in a new lab. So I just want to let you know if you hear anything in the background, please let me know because I have a little fan over here because down here in the Southeast, it's warm and I'm sitting in basically another room and we haven't gotten it together yet, but it's all right. And welcome because we're going to be talking about fight for financial freedom. We're fighting, ladies and gentlemen, but you may not realize it. If you missed the video that I dropped today, it had to do with inflation. You're fighting an uphill battle, but how do we make it easier? That's what we talk about here in the SSN Nation, solutions to the problem. But again, let's keep fighting for that financial freedom, and we're going to be talking about a lot of different things as usual. And welcome once again. Stop struggling now, gear. Not tonight, unfortunately. We'll have later. And please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. Now, let's get to it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for being here. And once again, please let me know if the audio is fine. And thank you so much once again. Please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell if you do, and smash that like button because the YouTube gods have to know we're in the house. And we're bringing it again, ladies and gentlemen, financial freedom, because we need those freedom papers. And all I know is the economic news just keeps getting worse and worse and worse. And there's no end in sight. So we're going to continue to talk about ways to fight and keep fighting because we can't keep losing 20% year over year. I don't care about 9.1%. We're going to talk about that inflation in a second. But let's see who's in the house first. And again, sorry I'm a little bit late. Was doing some moving across city, doing some things. So once again, I'm here. You're here. Let's get it. The show started. Laverne Penix is in the house with the icon because Wednesday night live streams, the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream with members only chat. That's why he's in the house in the chat room with the icon. And thank you so much for being here, AKA Mr. Cool. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. He has the Mr. Cool moniker, and he has a tagline that he brings with him as well. Hello, SSN Nation. I hope everyone is doing well. Let's make some money. And that is the idea because going forward, we have to make additional streams of income, additional revenue, additional profit, whatever you want to call it. We have to make that money no matter how we do it, as long as it's legal, ladies and gentlemen. All right, Laverne Penix is the first one that has said, I received the notification. That is beautiful. In case you can't get in the chat room tonight, it's because on Wednesday night live streams, only members with the icon, members of the channel, can get into the chat room. As a subscriber, you are not a member, but you can always make comments down below after the replay starts. So once again, he received notification. Thank you so much for letting me know about that. Once again, Victor Marrero is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where it is members only that can be in the chat room. And he has one of two taglines tonight. Hello, all. Let's do this. That's what we have to do. Once again, I like it. A little motivation tonight, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to show you what's on the screen. By now, everybody knows this because everybody on YouTube that's in the financial industry is talking about this. Here's the thing. This is what they're talking about right here, ladies and gentlemen. Can you believe this? They're talking about a record high from like 1981 or 82 or something like this. But once again, we are being played. That's right. You're being played. This information is bogus. And what I mean by that, you guys here in the SSN Nation know that it's bogus. You know what I'm talking about when I say bogus. You know for a fact that they changed in around 1980 to 1982, they changed the CPI index from the cost of goods index. So therefore, they're cheating, because if you went to the grocery store and those baskets of goods, people would have said, whoa, wait a minute. Some items have doubled in price at the grocery store. So therefore, that normally would have been in the goods of baskets of goods, as they call it. And it was called CGI or COGI. So anyhow, since they changed it and said, no, we're not going to go by that, we could actually be in something like a 40% inflation if you actually go back and start looking at how they used to calculate it. And by going by the grocery store and the basket of food, like the milk, the butter, and other things like that. You guys know what I'm talking about. So that's why we have to continue to fight for freedom, because as long as you are going to be a slave, that's right, I'm using the terminology in 2022, because it's financial slavery is what they have got us into, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. I got to talk about this. You got to stay motivated, ladies and gentlemen. Don't give up the ship, because that's why I'm bringing the SSN lifestyle. I talked about it earlier today when I dropped the inflation video, because all's not lost. I'm not going to sit here and talk all bad. I'm going to motivate, because we have to be a little motivated here, ladies and gentlemen. Because a lot of people right now, they're looking down. How many places can you live nowadays without rents being crazy? That used to be part of cost of goods. So again, taken out of context, when somebody says my rent went from $1,200 a month to $1,500 a month, $300, that is not no damn 9% increase, ladies and gentlemen. All right. That's not 20% increased either. So we're talking about 30% increases, and they're acting like it's no big deal. That inflation is 9%. We're getting wiped out. You guys know I'm talked about this before, but never fear. Let's just start from the bottom, shall we? Because I'm going to keep this up all month long, because this right here is unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. 9.1%. Again, if you're new here and don't understand, we keep it straight. It's real out here in the field. Let's put this in perspective, shall we? If you believe that it's only 9% CPI year over year, if you believe that, let's just go with that number. Whatever you have, if you had $100 in the bank, you would now have $91 worth of buying power. You can't pay and buy $100. Yes, you can use a $100 bill. Yes, the cash register says 100. There's one little problem. You lost. You're going to have to buy less than what you bought before. So if you think that is cool, then I got news for you. Because each time inflation kicks up, that is money lost. That's investment dollars gone that now you can't use to invest. So just keep that in mind. So what do I mean by this? Let's talk about a few other things. Let me get into some other things, because I get excited. I get a little heated about the government. They're acting like they're predators against their own citizens. A lot of you may not understand this, but fighting for your financial freedom means you're going to have to put your financial freedom in your own hands. You're going to have to be the CEO, ladies and gentlemen. Are you ready? Are you really ready to be the CEO? Because they've been letting you slide all this time with easy credit, being able to get jobs, but those jobs haven't been livable wage jobs. But there's 20%, 30% of the population, the working population, that do have livable wage jobs. But the other 70% of the people are living paycheck to paycheck. And actually, that's a large number of people living paycheck to paycheck. That is financial suicide. So they give you the mindset where you got to say, get your own home, right? Because somehow that's wealth. Then they tell you got to have credit cards to get your own home, because you have to have credit, putting you in financial servitude. All right, so let's get to it. How do we get out of this? You guys know you got to be the CEO of your life. That means you're going to have to do something. You can't just sit there. This is not your grandmother's. This is not your great grandmother's. This isn't your parents' economy anymore. They had inflation going up and down as well. except there's a big difference that happened 40 years ago. They started lying to the American people, and they also don't care about your wages. You are underpaid generally, ladies and gentlemen, by a lot, not just a little, a lot, because there is no way that you can take 10% year over year hits without getting a 10% increase in pay just to stay even. So what do? You know what I'm doing for you guys, SSN Lifestyle. So get over there, sign up, become a member, because we still got a long way to go. And better yet, become a Founders Club member and help this all grow. And then it's going to grow even faster. So the link is down below in the description. But that's the first thing we're going to talk about. In fact, I haven't talked about something else. I don't want to add this, actually. I want to talk about something else because I gloss over it all the time. And crypto, it's electronic. Charlie Munger, Warren Buffett's buddy, you know, they're big time. Berkshire Hathaway. There is one thing to be said about crypto, and I have to agree with these guys. They say crypto does not produce anything. They are correct. Unlike a corporation, you have to manufacture something usually, and therefore you get people to work, which now means there's a wage, there's an ecosystem. That's the reason they do not like crypto, because of the fact all it is nothing. It's thin air. It's electricity running. It doesn't get individuals working and manufacturing something. Some people will disagree and say, well, there's people working together, but they're all working electronically together. But again, by rights, it does not manufacture anything. People have to believe in it. But now I'm going to tell you something else before we get into what I want to talk about additionally. You have a dollar bill. You believe it's a dollar bill. Guess what it's backed by? Nothing. You believe that a $20 bill is a $20 bill. You go down and buy something with it. But again, in order to get that, generally, you have to work for it in some capacity. So that's why they do not like crypto. But I'm going to say this. The situation with our government and with us, we're talking about whenever they make moves, when they say that the Federal Reserve is going to buy up other companies' debts, that's not good for us, ladies and gentlemen. When the Federal Reserve starts doing this interest rate increases and decreases, that's not good for us, ladies and gentlemen. Especially when they decrease it to near zero, that only helps the wealthy. It's not a level playing field. So how do we keep this level playing field? This is why some people came out with crypto. All right. This is why crypto exists, because people don't believe that the federal government is looking out for our best interests. So all I'm saying is, please, we have to start doing something. And the reason why I mentioned crypto is because we're going to have to stay in there and take these risks. We can't stay level. What are you going to do? I'm just using the 9.1. So you're just going to up and lose 9.1% worth of buying power. And we know it's more than that. You have to do something. Start thinking about this. 10 years, you're down to zero. And if you don't get any increase in revenue or profits or a job increase in your wage, you are negative in reality. All right. So let me know what you guys are thinking. But I'm going to show you something that I haven't showed in a while, which was earn free Bitcoin. We're going to go with low level, doesn't cost anybody anything, because you know this is Stop Struggling Now. And so this right here is also mining using your computer. I did drop a video about this, but people aren't excited about it. And I don't know why you would not be excited about it, because I just came into a place that has computers sitting around, not being used, cell phones, 2 or 3 sitting around, tablets, 2 or 3 sitting around. Now, I have Crypto Tab. There's a link down below in the description. Please use it. I have the Crypto Tab on the screen. I'm going to go full blown. And this right here, everybody should have this. It's free. There's no reason why you would not do this. It does not cost you anything. You're mining using your software from your phones, from your tablets, from your laptops, from your desktops, from anything that's just sitting there that can get on a browser. You can load up the CryptoTab browser that you see here. So therefore, you can create your own mining without actual spending 10,000, 30,000, 15,000 to get the real mining equipment, which would be faster. But if you're going to earn pennies a day, do you not realize if a this is Bitcoin that you're mining, by the way, if you're getting Bitcoin and it's 19,000 per coin at the moment, and if it drops to 17 and you're mining, if it dropped to 12 and you're mining, even if you're getting those free pennies, at least those free pennies are at this price point. If crypto does come back and turns into what traditionally has happened, where it's going to go from, let's call it 17,000 all the way up to 70,000, that means it could happen again potentially. You have to have a belief system. You're also going to have other people believing, because the only way you can get price increases is somebody has to buy it at a higher price. So that is the whole situation here. But at least you have low risk. You're not putting any money in. So why wouldn't you take advantage of this? This is simple. And again, I've talked about this before. You can start your own mining network with this, because you have a link. Like I have a link, you have a link. And that link allows you to offer other people the same thing that I'm talking about now. Use your equipment, software that's just sitting there doing nothing, and earn some free Bitcoin. You can have other people doing this. Now you're creating a little network, and you can imagine 1 cent here, 0.5 cents there, or a penny and a half here, half a penny there. And then you add other people into the network. Next thing you know, you might have $1, you might have $2, you might have $3 worth of Bitcoin. But as long as it's this low, this is the best time to take this freebies, ladies and gentlemen. So earn while surfing the web. And by the way, because it's its own browser, like Chrome has a browser, Microsoft has a browser, Google has theirs, these guys have a browser as well. It's their crypto browser. So use the link down below, earn your free Bitcoin, because that's the only one of the ways you're going to have to earn safely. All right? Remember, safely is where we have to go right now, ladies and gentlemen. We can't keep going around here putting our money into these crypto platforms, and the next thing you know, the NFTs worthless, the DAOs worthless, the nodes worthless. Everything we're putting our money into, it's being robbed. The government's robbing us. These companies coming out here is robbing us with using the crypto as a way to make us earn rewards or something like that. And meanwhile, we have to move our money from place to place, and you're losing blockchain fees. I mean, it's just outrageous what's happening. So we have to stop bleeding, ladies and gentlemen. That little slow bleed of our economic freedom is happening right before our eyes. Nowhere to turn. Can't leave your money in a bank and earn less than 1%. Can't put your money in crypto because you don't know if that project's going to be around another 6 months from now. Can't put your money in starting a business half the time because there's so many people out here starting businesses and lots of competition, but you're going to have to go for it, ladies and gentlemen. You don't know if you're going to have a job next year. Let's just call it what it is. Even if you're one of these people right now that's sitting there saying, hey, you know what? I make $200,000 a year. You might be the first person that they're going to fire next year when things go to crap. All right. So here we are with CryptoTab. There's a way to speed up your software using their NFTs. But again, their NFTs are for like 6 months. They're like 3 months. They have these little programs that can help speed up your hash rate. So therefore, you can earn quicker and faster. So take your pick. You can buy their NFTs, earn faster because your hash rate will increase. Or you can sit there and say, you know what? I'm going to help other people, and hopefully other people will join in and get this free Bitcoin. So think about all that, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Something to think about. No requirements. whatever your software holds, because remember, it's going to be using your computer software. So remember, faster your computer, the faster your hash rate. The slower your computer, the slower the hash rate. And by the way, the faster the hash rate, the more crypto that you can earn faster and quicker. So therefore, think about it. That's why you want to add the other devices, because the other devices are going to be a little slower. The newer devices are going to be a little faster. And so you can imagine if one gets 1,000 hash rate, another gets 500, and another gets 200, which would be on a tablet. Now all of a sudden you have 2,000 hash rate altogether. Then when you add other people to the network, that's included. You're earning some half a penny or a quarter of a penny of other people's mining because they used your link, like I have a link down below, as an affiliate. But again, with crypto investing, you have to believe that this great technology will have tremendous utility in the future. Exactly. And if you don't believe in such technology, then crypto isn't for you. It's long term. Exactly, Victor Marrero. That is the two differences between Charlie Munger and Warren Buffett. They don't believe in it because, again, they're just out. So you have to respect that. They're qualified investors. They just believe it's out. They're not the only qualified investors, big time investors that believe crypto's bogus. They have every right to believe that. And not only do they have every right, their investment strategy, the way they invest, tells them that's not for them. So that is why you can't invest according to somebody else, because a lot of people invested in crypto and Bitcoin when it was $2,000. And what happened? It went up to 70 grand. Now, I hope they sold. But the point I'm trying to make is, for every investment, there's always somebody that can win. So don't think that just because these two icons say, hey, it's not for us, there's always another icon, like let's say Elon Musk, that says, oh man, I'll take that Dogecoin or Doggy Coin. No problem. I'll even talk about Shiba Inu. You know what I'm saying? He has no problem with that. So with all of that, you have to be the CEO. And if you believe in crypto, then you're going to invest in crypto. That's just the way it is. But I'm going to tell you one thing about crypto, and you have to believe in it. But not only believe in it, what you have to see is, it's hard to say, I'm not going to put my money in a bank and earn less than 1%. But everybody can understand, if I put $1,000 in the bank, it's going to be $1,000 pretty much all year. The difference between that and crypto is, I can put $1,000 in crypto, and all of a sudden it could be $25 at the end of the year, or gone altogether if you were to put it in Terra. So those are the things that you have to start thinking about right now when you're fighting for your financial freedom. We can't take hits anymore of 80, 90% losses, especially with something that doesn't generate anything, versus the stock market. They have stocks that are down 60, 70, 80, 90%. But there's a difference. They are actually companies. They didn't go anywhere. They're still producing something. So that is very, very major. All right. So here we are. What system requirements do you need for Crypto Tab? Once again, no system requirements. You can run it. In fact, let me just double check something now that you mention that, because I know it runs on Android, and I don't know if it runs on Apple, but it looks like, is that A for Apple? I don't know. Google Play Store is here, and I don't know who. Yes, that's Apple. So it looks like you can run on the iOS or the Android, and it runs on your software. So again, it all depends on how fast your phones, your tablets, your desktops, Macs, PCs, it all depends on how fast they are for your hash rate. The faster your hash rate, the more you can earn, or the faster you can earn this BTC. And I would be remiss if I didn't go look. Earlier today, or was it last night, things are changing. It looks like it's back over 20. Bitcoin price, it was under 20 earlier today. I don't know which time frame it was. I've been dropping videos every day, in case you guys haven't noticed. I'm going to do a little experiment to see if anything changes, but we all know what's going to happen, because it's real out here. We have to talk about the truth and the American way. Okay, so here we are. Yeah, it was under 19 at 2 p.m. today. So it was earlier today, it was in the 19. So again, in the past 5 days, it's lost 6%. There's no reason. Again, there's something I'm going to say how I feel about Bitcoin right now. In my opinion, there's no reason to invest in Bitcoin. That's why earning it freely, I love, because we don't know how far this is going to go down or up, but there's no reason to rush in at this point. Just like the stock market, why is there a reason to rush in? Do your own research. Things are going up, things are going down, but there's no reason to rush in. We got to have sentiment. All right. We're going to find out what's going to happen around here. But yeah, there's no software requirements. I need to do additional research on this crypto tab, including security, especially when your computer is on all the time. Definitely agree to use a separate computer for it. Exactly, Victor Marrero. And in fact, it's one of those computers that I would call that's dead, right? What I mean by that is it's old, you don't use it, it has Windows Vista, Windows 7, or whatever the case may be on it, and might even throw in a VPN type of situation. And I don't mean you have to buy a VPN. I just mean incognito or something like that for your browser. Do something crazy where you are. But yeah, separate computer would be good, because if you're on your computer, it's using your hash rate. So it's going to slow down what you're doing. Because remember, it's going to use available hash rate of available software computing power. So the faster your computer, the faster your hard drive, the better it is. All right. So once again, now I don't know how good I'm going to have. I'm not even hooked up, but if we get disconnected a little bit, there's going to be a reason for that. All right. But separate devices is always a good thing. And especially devices that you may have even wiped because you don't use them anymore. So now you can just wipe them clean. And so use those. Again, I agree with you about the security. But again, every computer network can be hacked. Unfortunately, there's no way around it. Every browser, even Chrome, can get hacked. Even Apple. Apple is the different. Remember, Apple has they don't allow their stuff to move around freely in the open public domain like Android. But even Apple gets hacked. There's just no way around it because it's computer code. It's running through electronic systems, fiber optics. So there's always some way to get through. All right. If it's man-made, that means it's offensively made. Defensively, that means there's always a crack. Especially when you update, do all kind of different things. The hackers will figure out a way to get through. So hopefully, ladies and gentlemen, I went on that early rant talking about what we need to do because I want to prepare you. You have to do what you need to do to earn more than 20% this year. All right. Financially, that's where you need to be. So that's why I have to talk about it every live stream. We got to talk about starting your own business or buying an existing business. But whatever your plan is, you're going to have to make a plan, in my opinion, in order to make additional revenue. So I made the plan for some people here. And again, I talked about it on Monday night, the Money Making Monday live stream, SSN Lifestyle. I made the plan. I talked about this even last year. It's taken some time because it's not easy to get things in order, especially when it comes into programming, trying to get some different, I'll put it this way. Whenever there's software and whenever you have in your head you want to do something, there is nothing ready-made that you can just take off the shelf and say, okay, ta-da, it's ready. All right. So there you go. All right, here he goes. What about internet speed? Is there a minimum recommended? Just trying to stay up with the competition. Victor Marrero, no, it's all I'm saying is in order to get the highest hash rate you can, then that means you're going to have the high internet speed. You're going to have, not have to, but however fast your computer is will matter. Your CPU computing power and your internet speed is all going to come into play. So there is no requirement. Every computer has some sort of computing power. So therefore, it's going to use the most computing power it can use for the hash rate. So some people could have only a 300 hash rate. Some people could have 1,000 hash rate. Some people could have 2,000 hash rate. It all is going to depend on your Wi-Fi or plugged up, hardwired speed for your internet. And then it's going to depend on how new your phones are, how fast they are, how fast is your laptop, how fast is your desktop. That's all. It all is going to come into play. And then ultimately, how fast is the speed of your processors? That's all going to come into play. So the faster that all of those are, the higher hash rate. And if you can get to 2,000 or 3,000 hash rate, then you're going to be doing very, very well. But throwing together 3 or 4 devices can get you there as well. So again, pennies a day adds up. It doesn't seem like much, but remember, if somebody told you that a penny was only worth a penny, but then in the future, that penny value could be $1,000. Now, all of a sudden, those 5 pennies, they're not pennies anymore because it went up 1,000,000%, let's say, and now it's worth $1,000. Okay. Now that changes things because that's $5,000 versus 5 cents because you're buying the penny now. And if that penny increases in value, then you win. If it goes down in value, okay, you lose, but at least you're mining for free. So there's no recommendations, actually, Victor Marrero, when it comes to the crypto tab, quite frankly, because it uses the computing power. So if somebody has, I don't know computing power that a person could have at the point, but let's go with I shouldn't even say newer computers, because if you have a computer that has 3 megahertz, 4 megahertz, let's say, and you got speed on all of your processor speeds, now your hash rate could be 2,500, 3,000. All right. You're going to earn half a penny or portions of a penny way faster than somebody who only has 500 as a hash rate. It's going to take them 7 times just to get to where you are. So all I'm saying is there is no recommendations. And let me scroll down because I don't even think they have a quick video. And again, it's down below the description. So you can go check them out. And remember, it has its own mining option, but there's no real recommendations. Here we go. How to start earning affiliate income. All right. It's pretty simple. Same thing. That's when you use your link. Like I use the link down below. Same thing. And so that's how you can invite other people, and they call it affiliate income. Well, you're just inviting other people to get free Bitcoin. What's the problem with that? I'm doing it. The link's down below. You can do it with your friends, family, everybody. No reason not to. And so here you are, 10-level referring system, which I didn't even realize, but it doesn't matter. Other people should refer everybody as well. Build a network is what you're really doing. All right. And you can withdraw your little pennies a day if you wanted to. So again, I'm scrolling down here because you did ask about any recommendations. And there really isn't any, because it's just using whatever available computing power your software or device has. And they have their own tips and news. So let's see if there's any down here. The easiest way to start mining, yes, crypto tab. Simple way to do more with your computer. Okay. Crypto market is falling, but that's good news. See this one here in the middle? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I had to actually bring this up, because if you're mining this and it's free, and let's just say it did drop to 10,000, let's go to single digits, which some people here within the SSN Nation believe that this could go to 4 digits and under $10,000. And you're picking it up at pennies at $10,000 or 9,000 or 8,000. That would be great. So the falling price works in your benefit when you're mining and earning some Bitcoin. All right. So that's all I'm trying to say here. I have to say, this is just a start. This is just a start, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep that in mind. This is just a way for you to start doing something. And a lot of people are sleeping on this, and you shouldn't be. Even if something, at least you don't have to put money in and then all of a sudden it disappears, right? So that is the good news about all this. That is why I have to recommend this, because we're fighting for our financial freedom. So let's just start with the small stuff right there. The other thing that you have to do is you also have to use what you have at your disposal. We've talked about this before. When we have Robinhood and Webull and places that say, okay, we're going to give you something for free. In this case, they're giving free stocks. But then they're saying, we'll give your friends and family and whoever you tell free stocks. So therefore, you have to refer other people as well to get some more free shares of stock. If somebody's going to give you something for free and their assets, because crypto's an asset, stocks are assets. If somebody's going to give me some of those for free, shouldn't you say, let me concentrate a little bit more on this and offer it up at least maybe a 1 or 2 or 5 or 10 or 20 people who sign up, or maybe more. And so therefore, you would then have some more possible revenue coming in. You're setting yourself up. But again, you could be like some members here in the SSN Nation who have started their own YouTube channels, and you could then have links. And then you would have a larger audience other than just your friends and family and neighbors or something, right? So then you'll have a voice out here to tell people, hey, get this stuff that I have for offer. The links are down below. You can get your free $10 from Coinbase if you still haven't signed up with Coinbase. And speaking of crypto, before we get out of crypto, I just forgot to mention, I got something from Celsius Network talking about Chapter 11. That's not good. That means creditors are going to get paid. And guess what? If you still had any crypto at Celsius, that means they're holding that up. And that means they're going to use our money to pay their creditors. That's crazy when you think about it. All right. So let's see what's going on further, because Victor Marrero says, what about internet speeds? We went over that. Again, there's no recommendations for this crypto tab. Curtis Davis is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here. And please, everybody, let me know if the audio is fine, because I have a fan in the background. So I just want to know. I don't know. I have a directional mic, so it should not interfere, but let me know. All right. Curtis Davis, Mr. Financial, is in the house. He has a tagline. He says, good evening, SSN family. He has that ABMM, always be making money. And he says money because on his site, that's right, Chili Davis is his name also. That's what he goes by here on the YouTube streets. So therefore, he just dropped something talking about the 9.1% inflation. I saw it. It popped up. I got a notification, a rare notification. So he is dropping knowledge for you as well. He drops knowledge all times, a day and night, with the stock market, with some crypto, with financial information and financial news. He's part of the SSN Nation. CHILLY Davis. Go look him up, ladies and gentlemen, and subscribe to the channel. Show some love. Tap that like button over at Chili Davis, because you know it's getting crowded at YouTube, because some people get paid a lot of money at this. I'm not one of them, but there's some people that get paid a lot of money for this. All right. So just think about that. Help him out. Show some love. And he's helping you out too by spending time throughout the day giving updates on the stock market, crypto markets, and financial information all together, because that way you are informed. All right. Celsius paid off some DeFi loans. Aave, yes, some, but they still are in a world of hurt. That's all I can say. He says the audio is okay. Thank you very much for that. All right, let's see. Audio okay. Twitter share rise 7.7%. Well, that's very interesting. That's very, very interesting. What happened? Did Elon Musk say he's going to go through with buying it? We knew he wasn't. He's not buying it. Come on, that's $44 billion. And the guy that's already leveraged his Tesla stock, he's getting in a no-win territory if he keeps this up. All right, because some of his Tesla stock is hedged against, is leveraged against some Bitcoin and some other crypto items as well. So he's putting himself in a bad situation. And not only that, he's already done over 50% of his Tesla stock is leveraged. So that's why he needed the help of other people, because most people would have said, wait a minute, isn't he the richest guy on the planet? Wouldn't he just buy it? I'm like, wait a minute, isn't he the richest guy on the planet? Why doesn't he just make his own Twitter? It ain't even going to cost, it damn sure won't cost 44 billion. It won't even cost 1 billion. Twitter is a program, it's a software, it can be duplicated. So it's not like you can't just put up a couple 20 million or $50 million at worst case scenario, create your own Twitter. And because he's a marketing genius, he would have millions of people joining whatever he called his platform. So I don't even understand the whole risk. That's why I never thought he was going to buy it in the first place. It was all marketing genius work. You know, he wants to keep his name out there while he's doing something else. I never believed he was actually going to buy it. So therefore, I'm trying to figure out, why did the stock go up today? Because all I know is these guys put a lawsuit against him because he's backing out. And by him backing out, that means their stock prices should have fallen. All right, some hedge funds stepped in long. Oh, no wonder, of course. Somebody got some free money. In fact, now that you're mentioning this, why don't we just go look? Because I haven't really paid attention to Twitter, even though 2 years ago I was telling everybody, get yourself some Twitter. All right. Now, you'd been sitting in pretty good place when Elon came along and the price went up, but this isn't bad. I mean, seriously, 36? That's not bad at all. Come on. I like that. That's not even in the 5 days, it's only down 4%. So it hasn't even really taken a big hit. Quite frankly, over the last 6 months, it's almost still the same. There's no big loss. Let's see what's happening over year to date. Minus 13%. Okay, well, it is what it is, but it's not down 60% or 50% or 70%. So we got to give them credit, right? And what is Twitter anyhow, quite frankly? That's what I want to know. What is Twitter? This is crazy. In fact, I didn't even want that. I wanted something else that I wanted to show you. And now I lost it because I'm moving around on CNBC doing some other things. Here's something else that I want to show. Go back to this. We're here in bubbles. People are stressed, under duress. Everybody doesn't know what's going to happen in the future with regards to financial freedom. You are stripped, gentlemen, of your financial freedom. You have to work longer hours, more days, make more money that usually an employer is not willing to give you. And then you come home, turn on the TV, watch CNBC or some other financial news network. And what do you see? You see this here. Let me see if I can pull this up. You see propaganda like this. This is the propaganda that you see. So, once again, with all due respect, it's hard to respect. This comes out today, July 13th, part of Mad Money. And this is said, the Fed is winning against inflation despite red hot June CPI number. I'm just trying to understand, if we're talking about 9.1% increase in inflation, or that's the inflation number, you're lying to us knowing full well it's more like 20% inflation. But either way, I'm trying to figure out, how are we calling that winning? I'm not understanding what this winning is. When I wake up and I know for a fact, year over year, I've lost 20% in buying power. You can call it 9% all you want. And regardless if it's 9%, 20%, 30%, I don't see where winning is part of this equation. I'm like, this type of propaganda here should be illegal, because nobody is winning unless You are a banking institution unless you are a hedge fund, unless you are in bed with the Federal Reserve and they are buying your debt. They're giving you 0 or 1% loans. They are winning. Maybe that's who he's talking about is winning. We are losing our financial freedom because we just lost 20% of buying power year over year. And you also are charging me more than 20 or 30% for where I live. Because if you think that you're sitting there and you bought a house and you go, hey, I bought a house 2 years ago for 400 grand. And now that house went up to 480. Then that house went up to 600,000. You're thinking you're winning. You are winning equity until it falls away by the wayside because they have to offset this blowing up of the bubble. But you're also not winning because guess what else is going to happen? You're getting supplemental tax increases coming to your door because the assessor for real estate property tax is going, hey, your property value, yes, the assessor does not go by the actual appraised value. They go by a different formula. But previously, your $400,000 house might have been $200,000 tax assessed for the tax assessors. But now your house went up $200,000 in 2 years. The tax assessor says, well, we got to start taxing you now, maybe on that $250,000 or $275,000. So that means you're paying more in taxes, ladies and gentlemen, because of it. Your financial freedom is being stripped away. You're going to have to fight for it. You just can't sit here and go, I have a job, I have a business, and then go, okay, I make enough money. You don't make enough. You're going to have to make moves even now. Don't be comfortable. So this right here, this propaganda that you're seeing by a well-known personality, he's not sitting here telling you anything. He's saying the Fed is winning against inflation despite red hot. I'm like, this is a travesty. Again, I don't know how I can stay calm. I don't know how you can stay calm, ladies and gentlemen. This propaganda, when you're in the know and realize what your fellow citizens are going through, people are going to be homeless, ladies and gentlemen. Not going to be. There are millions of people that are homeless right now, and they're talking about winning. Jobs are going to be lost because of this inflation. There are some businesses that cannot thrive on 10% increase in buying the merchandise that they're selling. Some people are already on razor thin margins. They can't sit there and go, oh, wow, you know what? I'm going to pay you 10% more and give up 10% of my profit. This does not work. There's no winning, ladies and gentlemen. All right. This is disgusting. All right. Exactly. Jesus. Who's winning? Laughing. Exactly. Exactly. We know who's winning. It's not us. We need our freedom papers. Rent in New York and Miami skyrocketing. Yes. Again, it's skyrocketing all over the country, all over the world, ladies and gentlemen. Even business people can't find warehouse space at $1,500 a square foot. The numbers are horrible. Exactly what we're talking about. Thank you so much, Mr. Financial, for putting that information in there, because that is the reality of the situation. You have to start your own business, and thankfully, you have internet connections. You're watching this right now. So therefore, you know what you can do? You can start your business out of your home. If you do start your business out of your home, you've heard me talk about this for the last month. Get Opus Virtual Office or get a virtual office. If you're not going to get Opus, fine, but get a virtual office. Do not run your business out of your home. We already started having people knocking on doors asking for food and water. And I'm going to tell you something right now. The reason why I always said America's a third world country, but you don't know it yet, a lot of you, I haven't even told stories about. Yes, I used to live in Alabama when I was a kid for a little bit. And when I lived there, it was like I didn't know where I was. It was like the freaking Twilight Zone. People were talking with a whole nother language, no, they were speaking the English language, but the way the drawl was coming out, there's words that they used that's the same word, except it's pronounced differently. So when they were talking to me, I was like, I couldn't even understand when they were saying water. That's how crazy it was. But even then, decades ago, I had a knock at the door and somebody asked for food and water, and I didn't know they were saying food and water. First of all, that was decades ago in America. So this is why when I say America is a third world country, what you're not understanding, there's a whole swath of places in America where there's no running water. There's swaths where there's no electricity. There's swaths where people still don't have bathrooms in their house. There's swaths of this. You just don't see it because they're not going to show you this propaganda, because you need people to come to America, the land of the milk and honey. There is a whole subset of Americans that are very, very poor and have no way to take care of themselves and don't even have the internet. So think about this while you're sitting out here thinking that this is just a one-way street where you're going, hey, I'm fine, I'll be fine. No, you're not. People in groups are going to be coming to knock on your door. And it's already happening. And when groups start coming and there's no food and water and ways and shelter, they're going to start invading. So if you have a home that sits vacant, you're going to be at risk of somebody squatting in your property. Here in America, it already happens, but it's going to be more people, millions of people that's going to have to go through this. So again, you have to start thinking of protection. This isn't winning. It's not going to get any better. The Federal Reserve, they have screwed us. Our banking system has screwed us. Our lending system has screwed us. But don't screw yourself by following this path, giving your money to these hedge funds, giving your money to banks. Why? They're not giving you anything. Okay, let's say I put it in a hedge fund, I put it in the index fund, and I got my 9%. I got my 10%. I got my 15%. That's fine, but you also know what that means. They're using your money to get this 10, 15%. So start thinking about becoming your own investor. But again, it's a lot easier if somebody else is a professional at it. But are they really a professional at it? Or do they have tools that you don't have? Because I'm going to tell you right now, if anybody knocked on my door and they said, we're the Federal Reserve, Eric, you have companies, do you have any debt? And I say, yes, I have debt. And they say, hey, you know what we're going to do? We're going to buy your debt from you. Excuse me? Okay. What do I have to do in return? Nothing. But except, how about $5 million? And we're going to loan it to you at 1%. Okay. No problem. The Federal Reserve needs money to be in the system to blow up all asset classes. So that's what they're doing to the top 10%ers and their companies. So now I have the $5 million. What do you think I'm going to be doing? Oh, man. I'm going to be going down here saying, I'm going to be buying up some apartment complexes too. And I'm going to be raising rent too at 30% year over year. Oh, so what, man? You paid $1,400 last year. When you sign, you either have to sign a new lease and pay $1,700 a month, or you can stay here and go month to month, except it's going to cost you $1,850. Yeah, how many of these apartment complexes I'm going to be buying? You're damn right I'm going to be out here buying them up. I get a lifeline. I have cash flow now coming in the millions. That simple maneuver right there that you're not privy to gives a select few, the top 10%, the top 1%, the top 5%, gives them a huge advantage over you, which you have to sit there and pay your debt. You have to sit there and make all these moves trying to make these extra streams of revenue. So you can't act like them. Don't act like them. Don't go out here and leverage yourself by getting unlimited amount of loans, because that stops you from being able to make moves. You're better off stacking profit than you are going out here getting loans. It's okay to have lines of credit at your disposal, but do not use them unless you're going to be buying assets that return money in your pocket immediately. As soon as you buy it, the following month, they're cutting you your owner distribution check. None of this, we got to work it out. We're going to have to rehab. We're going to have to put some money into it. This is not the time for that, ladies and gentlemen. You have to buy winners. Winners is all you can look at right now. All right? If you deem that it's going to be a winner, where you're saying, hey, if I invest in this, I'm going to get a percentage back, that's a winner. And how can I just transition into something else? 56 minutes in, please smash the like button. If you like what we're talking about, please subscribe to the channel. Click the all notification bell. Did anybody see the trailer today? Let me know. Did anybody see the trailer? I'm going to put this back up because in case somebody just joined us, even business people can't find warehouses. This is what's going on right now. You thought rental was bad for individuals. Businesses are getting screwed as well. But somebody's winning because inflation is at a record high over 40 years. And actually, it's a record high since 1929. If you really delve into the numbers and you really go back to the cost of goods index versus the CPI index, then you're going to be sadly mistaken that we're back in the 1930s. All right. This is no joke. Yeah. Chapter 11, point of no return. Ever been to Disneyland or Disney World? Employees are underpaid in Florida and in California. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. Which for the life of me, you guys are out here voting for people that go, oh, we want to have a right to work state. Ladies and gentlemen, a right to work state is a death knell for your wages. There is no such thing as a company that's going to say, oh, just out the kindness of our heart, you know, we're going to pay you a livable wage. We're going to pay you $35 an hour so you can take care of your family. That's not going to happen. So you think voting for people that say we want a right to work state, and then you sit there and go, man, they don't pay me enough. You're damn right they ain't going to pay you enough. Because a right to work state, they use that terminology just so you're thinking you're winning, but you're not. Just like this BS article by Jim Cramer talking about you're winning when there's a freaking 20% inflation going on. That's right. I'm a little livid, ladies and gentlemen. This is why I started SSN Lifestyle, by the way. Go take a look. The link is down below. Because of this right here, you knew the day was coming. Unfortunately, it's taken me a while to get it up and operational, but we got things in place right now that you can earn additional streams of income and revenue and all of that on the board. That's available to you with SSN Lifestyle. All right. So all I'm saying is this thing right here is because when you start doing these right to works in Florida, California is not a right to work state. So you're going to get paid a little bit more in California than you will in Florida. Alabama, Mississippi. Shall I keep going? Oklahoma, Arkansas. Come on. That's why you get low wages. All right? There's a huge difference. And you can get fired on a dime. That's another right to work feature. You should be wanting union work, ladies and gentlemen. You should be wanting union wages, union protection. You want that. So what if the employer has to pay additional? You guys should organize and say, you know what? I want to get paid more. I want to have a schedule, an increase in pay. That's what a union does, ladies and gentlemen. They look out for health care. They look out for pensions. They try to. They look out for your wage increase every year because of the cost of living. Every half a year for some. Yeah, I know it costs you a monthly fee to be in it. I get it. But it's well worth it, in my opinion. If I'm an employer, I don't want unions because I don't want to sit there and have to go, hell, man, we got to give everybody a 5% raise this year or a 3% raise this year. But the employees are the one that makes your business go. and you want to cut them out of the profit so you can give them to your shareholders if you're a shareholder business, or you want to go out here and buy the $2 million yacht instead of being able to give your workers a livable wage, so therefore they want to work there. Now, let's just call it what it is, because you guys know I made a video about this before. A lot of people don't care about what they get paid, which is sad. You might want to start caring, because I never understood it myself, why you're going to take a job and go, you don't have to pay me a livable wage. I'll just take the job. Why am I going to take the job? Because number one, I feel good because I'm in charge. That's like number one, ladies and gentlemen, feeling of accomplishment, that like you're in charge, you're working as a team. That is unbelievably number one, number two on the list, not money. And then you ask yourself, why are we in this situation when people don't care about money until they care about money? Now, all of a sudden, they don't know what to do because they've always worked for somebody else. And now the employer says, I'm sorry, we're not giving you no $25 an hour. You better be happy with that $14 or $12 an hour you've been getting. So all I'm saying is you have to start really considering what your values are, because you've went down this path and you said, hey, I want this type of thing in America. You're happy with the Federal Reserve doing what they're doing. You're happy with them printing up money. Everybody should be against that. You're happy when a company such as Tesla wants to move into your neighborhood, or Amazon, and you guys roll out the welcome mat and you sit there and go, hey, because you're going to bring us 3,000 jobs, you know what? We're going to give you 10 years where you don't have to pay taxes. In fact, here, we'll just give you the land. Hey, you want some help on building your buildings? Why not? Because you're going to bring us a couple thousand jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, they're bringing a couple thousand jobs. This is great. But who's going to be paying that tax bill that you just gave up that's worth millions of dollars? Because again, Tesla's going to be selling billions of dollars worth of cars. And you don't want none of that, right? You want your own taxpayers to pay. So you're going to raise their taxes to bring in a company. And then when you work at that company, you're going to pay more in taxes. What kind of sense does this make? Who keeps signing up for this nonsense? That's why you have to fight for your financial freedom, because there's cities, states, and governments allowing this kind of nonsense, and they're swiping your soul. They're swiping your money. So you got to be the CEO of your life, ladies and gentlemen. We're 1 hour in, 3 minutes in. Please smash the like button. I'm going into a little motivation. I'm going into a little rant. I'm going into a little concern. That's what I am, ladies and gentlemen. I'm highly concerned because they're lying to you. 20% year over year is an understatement, in my opinion. Inflation is higher than this. You just lost 20% buying power the last 2 years, 40%, the last 3 years, 50%. Who here in the comments section got a 50? Who makes more? This is 2022. If anybody works for somebody else and they work for them for the 3 years and it's 2019, who here has gotten a 40% increase from their wage from 2019 to 2022? If there is anybody, I'm going to be shocked, but please let me know in the comments. And if you did not, how high did you get an increase, if at all? So if you got a 10% increase in wage, you make $70,000 a year. Now you make, let's even say 80. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? That ain't good enough. Because 30% over 3 years alone would mean you'd have to make $21,000 more. You would have to make $91,000 just to buy the same things you could buy in 2019 to stay equal. If you don't make $91,000 after 3 years, guess what? You're not winning. And that's why I started Stop Struggling Now, because we knew this day was going to come 4 years ago when I started this. Hoping people could get themselves in position where they can have streams of revenue. It's still going to be hard, even if you are in position. because as their recession kicks in, guess what happens? Less money comes in the door. All right. So let's keep talking about this a little further. Celsius filing for Chapter 11 bankruptcy, point of no return. We can kiss our coins goodbye. Good thing we only had a few bucks. Feel for folks that lost thousands. Exactly, Victor Marrero. If you were here in the SSN Nation, this is Celsius Network. We used to promote Celsius Network. We kind of, again, I started petering on Celsius Network, and I'm going to tell you guys something. In fact, I'm going to throw a video up before I get into this next storyline, but it's all over. Like I was saying earlier, like Victor Marrero is saying now, is because they're going to be paying their creditors with our money, not their money, our money, because we put the money in there. All right. And Machinsky was talking big noise, which is sad. And they're part of the government, so they can't win. Remember, they had to get approval with the federal government when they wanted to sell in California, to get customers from California, when they wanted to do loans for Californians, when they wanted to do things in New York, they had to comply. So remember, they're government affiliated. All right. I'm going to actually run a small little video simply because I need a drink. It's warm where I'm sitting right now. All right. So I'm going to do this. And yesterday I played the Kathmandu. Let's talk about this. For all you guys with the SSN lifestyle and you don't think membership matters, this is some of the places and things that you could be doing. And I'm going to show you what in the future you could be at some of these events that go on in Miami, in New York, in LA, in Las Vegas. You can be there because we have entertainment and show tickets. And we're not just talking about regular old movie theater tickets, Disneyland tickets. No, you want to be where the stars hang out, right? Lifestyle. It matters.
But it would have been so awesome. I was going to soar right through here like this. And whoops, I'm sorry. Vin Diesel, excuse me. My bad. Big fan though, Mr. Diesel. Excuse me. And then I'm flying, and I'd be flying, and I'd land right. Where do I land?
Oh, come on.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that's right, SSN Lifestyle. So we have to continue, right? We're going to have to continue about a few other things because we can't just stop there. You guys know we got into it the other day on Monday Night Live when we started getting into the Dominican Republic and investing in pre-construction property, and there are actually units you can still buy for $100,000 in the vicinity. Yes, it's residential. Yes, they have limited type of amenities, but that doesn't mean anything. If you know that they're having tourist records, I dropped a video about that. Go check it out. If you know there's demand, it doesn't matter where the demand is. It doesn't have to be Dominican Republic. If you know there's a demand for any product or service that you're selling, you need to double down and try to get more items in that area. What I mean is, if the simplest format is because when we start talking about tourists, but it's just like when you have the Friday, what do you call that? Black Fridays. And the hottest item is a flat screen TV, 85-incher, not $2,000, not $1,000, but for whatever reason, it's $399 and they got 10 of them. People are standing in line overnight, and there's a longer line as the night goes on. That is demand. Do you not only realize that we're going to be selling that $399 TV the first 10 people, but there's going to be people that's actually going to buy the next 10 for $2,000. All right. So therefore, you have the pent up demand. So if you have pent up demand, that's where you want to be. The gold rush, you want to have the shovels ready. You want to have the picks and the axes ready. You want to have buckets ready. You want to have little buckets with holes in it so people can sift some dirt and water and all that. Because we have thousands of people coming. They need equipment. Easy to sell when you need equipment. But why am I going to go down to the river and pan for gold when I can easily just post up a supply store and everybody that's coming into town needs equipment? Wouldn't it make more sense to sell the equipment? So just think about that on your journey when you're out here trying to be the CEO of your life. All right? That's what you need to do. So start your own business. If you haven't already, use the link down below for Opus Virtual Office. So you have your own phone line. Somebody answers it for you. They forward the number to you. You have an actual help you build your business credit because it reports. You have an actual business fax line. All of that is at your disposal, plus your safety. All right? Here we are. That's why Amazon won in Alabama, because workers' rights. Exactly. There we go. That was great to see, by the way. Setting a precedent, and I don't understand why more people aren't trying to organize with against their employer, because most employers do not want that to happen. They don't want that to happen at all, especially when they have people getting injured on the job. Another thing that helps you with unions. In New York, Amazon got hammered because the people stood up. Exactly. And you can't just pay people $15 an hour no more, because now, sure, you could start them at 15. That's fine. But within a half a year or a year later, that 15 could now be 17. 2 years later, that 15 could be 23, 24. So all I'm saying is that's where you want to be, ladies and gentlemen, if you are working for somebody else, because otherwise you're not going to be able to win by getting paid the same thing year after year. Diesel Mike's in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream, where it's members only that can be in the chat room with the icon. Everybody else you can watch can't get in the chat room. That's because you're not a member of the channel. You have to actually join to become a member, not just a subscriber, a member. And he has his tagline in tow. Good evening, Eric and SSN family. Good evening to you too, Diesel Mike. Appreciate your support. Appreciate you being here once again. So what I'm trying to get at here is, ladies and gentlemen, Victor Marrero, he always has something to say. By the way, welcome to the free country of Florida. It's not free anymore. What's going on in Orlando around Disney, where all these people now have a huge tax bill because some governor got his feelings hurt. I'm just saying, I thought there was free speech going on. I have an opinion. I wrote it down. Oh, wait, the government acts against you? I believe that's called tyranny, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, you guys got to stop signing up for this crap. I'm just saying, you have a company that's paying taxes instead of your citizens. Hear me again. I have a major corporation paying taxes for your citizens, so your citizens do not have to pay taxes. And the company puts out a statement, a tweet, I don't care what it is, saying, hey, we disagree with what you guys determined a law or in our state that we have a business in. I think that's free speech. I think that's an opinion. But then you have a government that says, we don't like your opinion. We're going to take away that little tax. At least they thought it was a tax cut, tax break. That's what's even funnier. We're going to take away that little tax benefit that you have going on. And then as it turns out, they took away the tax benefit. That was the benefit for the citizens. And now the citizens potentially could have tax bills in the thousands. Potentially. All because some government officials got their feelings hurt and they said, we're going to show you that's tyranny, ladies and gentlemen. Are you seriously going to keep signing up for this? Because if you're going to keep signing up for this kind of crap, you're going to get what you deserve. Exactly what's happening now with some Jim Cramer posting up some nonsense talking about 9% is winning. 9% inflation is winning. We're going backwards, ladies and gentlemen, instead of forward. So just keep this in mind. The free state of Florida, not so free no more. Tyranny. Diesel Mike, what's up, bro? Curtis showing some love in the house. All right. SSN Lifestyle is fire. That's right. It's fire, ladies and gentlemen. You want products, goods, and services to sell? Here, how about this? How about this right here? SSN Lifestyle. Let me see. How come I can never get this on screen? SSN Lifestyle Body Balance Cream. Look at it. Iodine, MSN, D3, magnesium. And the D3 is 10,000 IU, and it's a cream, ladies and gentlemen. Think about it. It's a cream. That's right. It goes in your bloodstream. That's why you put it on the thin sections of your body, you know, right here. Put it on your neck even, where it can get into your bloodstream fast. Over 25 health benefits. Not only that, there's aloe in here, which is also another benefit. Proprietary blend has aloe in it. You know what? This is so awesome. I can't even believe it. I can't believe we have this. It's awesome. All natural. Oils, all natural. Cocoa from the United States, manufactured, made in the USA. If you're an SSN Lifestyle member, fire, you can send people to go buy this product and earn commission, ladies and gentlemen. And you didn't build anything, didn't do anything other than sign up, and you can sign up for free if you want to. There's memberships where you get membership privileges. All I'm saying is there's always a way. And I'm making it happen for the OCs. And in case you're new here, OCs is ordinary citizens, the bottom 70% who are getting screwed right now. Pretty soon, the top 10% is going to own 80% of the wealth in the country. You're getting squeezed out as we speak. Don't be one of those that get squeezed out. And I'm going to say something else. The reason why SSN Lifestyle is more valuable than you will ever know. When you travel around, when you go around the world or stay inside the USA, it doesn't matter where you go. The thing is, when you go somewhere and you're hanging out, you run into other people. This is where other knowledge can be gained, other information that you can use to help yourself improve. So this is why if somebody gives you a lifeline and all you have to do is go over there, have a picture, show the product, somebody orders, and you receive commission for it, that's a bonus. If you sign up for even the $149.99 membership, that's the smallest amount. $399, $599, $2,799 is the Founders Club. That is a VIP situation. There's only 15 spots available. That's it. After the Founders Club is gone, there is no such thing as a Founders Club. So therefore, you won't get the perks. And only the Founders Club has certain perks. That's it. And that's a lifetime. And all I'm trying to say is you could be going to these 5-star locations. You know who hangs out at 5-star locations? 5-star people that can afford to hang out there. You will be hanging out with people that own corporations, people that lend money, people that borrow and lend money. There's all kind of things that happen when you're hanging out at 5-star resorts or locations, minding your own business. Because you're not there handling business. You're just there having a fun time. And the next thing you know, like I always say, you're sitting at the pool or at the jacuzzi or wherever, at the restaurant on the beach, and you're waiting in line and somebody says, hey, and you start talking and they're saying, hey, I just got a call from my office. And next thing you know, they're turning like, hey, what do you do? And then they, what do you do? Okay, cool. Oh my goodness, we're in the same field. We can help each other. This is how things happen, ladies and gentlemen, because you only have a small sphere of influence. So SSN Lifestyle is more than just making money for yourself, because paid memberships allow you to do other things. It allows you to go around. It allows you to be at events. It allows you to be in venues that you may not have thought about. It allows you to pay less for getting to the venues. Like, I'll give you a perfect example. There's a CES show in Las Vegas that has up-and-coming electronic items, even cars now. There's all kinds of things that happen the first week in January. Or shall I say, I don't even know how to ever say it. It's the week after the first Saturday. I'll put it that way. So generally, it's going to be somewhere between the 4th, the 5th, the 6th for 3 or 4 days, right? So if you try to stay during the CES show in Las Vegas, with all the rooms they have there, and you have 4 or 5 people, there's going to be still people that are going to be paying next year for the CES show a 2-bedroom condo hotel. They're going to be paying $500 per night, and the CES show is midweek. They're going to be paying $500 a night for a Wednesday and a Thursday. And a Friday, they might be paying $600 a night. All right? You, as an SSN Lifestyle member, have ways that you, as a member, a paid member, can, guess what? You're not going to have to pay $500, $600, $700 a night. You're going to pay like half that. That's your advantage by being in the SSN Lifestyle. Now you're at the CES show, and you know everybody and their grandma's at the CES show, right? Come on, that's just one of those shows. If you're in the cars, you might want to be at the SEMA Auto Show first week in November. And again, it's during the week. But some people are going to be paying $400, $500 or more per night. SSN Lifestyle member, you don't. You can be there handling business. The upcoming Magic show for clothing, branding. You want to do that? Great. You want to go to the Magic show August 8th through the 10th, ladies and gentlemen. A lot of people want to stay by the convention center. Of course they do. That's where the Magic show is going to be, right? Walking distance is cheaper than trying to get Uber when there's thousands of people in the city going to the same location and vehicles and taxis aren't available. So yeah, it's going to be worth $300, $400, $500 per night, but you're not going to be paying that. Membership has its privileges. Remember, you have products that you can sell. You have other products, vacations. You have a way to do. Here we are, SSN Lifestyle members, SSN Nation members, the 5100 Passive Income Club. Still haven't had anybody excited about it, because when I say 0 to 3% every week is going to be a payout, because I'm not giving a number, because again, we're treading lightly on some laws, quite frankly. We've got to be careful, because I can't say it's going to be this amount. There's a little fluctuation. I'm just going to say it probably is not going to be 0, but I'm going to say 0 just in case. So 0 to 5% payout every week. And if you're into crypto, we accept crypto. You can put in USDT, and you have 4 different blockchains. So if you don't like ETH like me, no, I'm not going to have USDT on ETH, because they're going to charge me like $20, $30 whenever I send you 20 USDT. Come on. Why wouldn't I be on Matic? I would be. Why wouldn't I be on TRX? I would be. See, that's all I'm saying. I'm going to send USDT on that blockchain where you're only going to charge me $1, $2, maybe. So that's how we got to do it. But you have a way. You can use PayPal. You can use a debit card, a MasterCard, a Visa. It doesn't matter. Your money's going to be locked up for 6 months. And at the end of 6 months, you get back your investment. We're doing group economics to help you out, ladies and gentlemen. The production has been going on for years. So I said, you know what? Let me help other people out now. Why not? So you have different ways that you can pay. All of it's on SSN Lifestyle. The link is down below. The passive income opportunity, 5,100. As soon as it gets up to 5,100, it's over. It's closed out. Nobody else can get in. Tomorrow, SSN Lifestyle members will be able to get in. So again, you guys have opportunities knocking. So there you go. I'm not going to feel bad. I'm not going to feel upset down the line, because inflation is going to get worse, and you're going to wish you had anywhere 0 and 4 weeks in a month. So anywhere from 0 to 20% a month, you're going to wish you got that, because inflation is 20% a year. So if I can get 20% in a month, that's lovely. If I can get 20% in 2 months, that's lovely. Whatever the number is, that beats getting nothing anywhere else. Even the stock market, I'm not going to be able to get that. Crypto, I'm going to be able to get that. And I'm not risking my money with DAOs anymore. I'm not risking my money with nodes anymore. I'm not doing it. All right. These guys had their way with trillions of dollars gone off the map. Can't play with them no more like that. Yes, I still do have. In fact, I might as well tell you guys, I have power nodes still. They're down to 29 cents, 30 cents, 35 cents. Yes, okay, there's rewards. Yes, you get to compound and get some more, but so what? Initially, when I bought in, you guys might do the video, I bought in, what, $27 a coin at the time? This is 99.9% loss right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's not a total loss because there's rewards. And yes, I have more nodes and I'm compound. But the fact of the matter is 99.9% loss. Wonderland in time, 99% loss, 0.9% loss. Hector, 99.9% loss. Klima, 99.9. Come on, ladies and gentlemen. We took a huge hit. And my friends who were into Strong Block, which was going good for a year, they did a 1 year, the longest one ever, turned to SHIT. We can't take these hits anymore when and now we know it 20% more. So that money we lost, not only did we lose 99% of what was invested or more, we also lost the extra 20% on top of that. So we're negative 100 and some percent for investments because of crypto. We're almost the same in some of the stock markets, like Roblox, for instance. Who would have thought they would be somewhere around $30 a share after they went up to 150, 120, whatever it was? It's crazy. I remember their IPO was around 67, 68, and now they're down to $30. That's insane, ladies and gentlemen. But here's what I want to do. An hour and 27 minutes in, I want to thank you so much for being here. If you're not a member of the channel, please become a member of the channel, support the channels, hit the join button. And if you're not, and you just want to be a subscriber, please hit the subscribe button, click the all notification bell, share the videos, and smash the like button, because the YouTube gods, they have to know we're in the house. We're not giving up, ladies and gentlemen. Even though they're squeezing, we're not giving up. We're making it happen. All right. Years ago, I worked in auto industry or manufacturing. I started asking 5-year folks, what's your raise? They said 35 cents. Exactly. Right to work. That's when I got my hustle started, or fire under my butt. It's a scam. Exactly. You can look at it that way, because when it's a right to work, which 99.9% of businesses now fall under the category of, we're going to be good agents towards our employees. Don't worry about it. We're going to give them raises. That never materializes because they're trying to make as much profit, because these guys got to buy more boats, more yachts, more parties at the beach stuff, All right. Enough of that. Here we are. Curtis Davis says it exactly right. Years ago, not that. Networking, key to success. Exclusive party and insider club places. That's it exactly. That's it exactly. I'm going to give you guys a story that came up on my TikTok. Now, again, Snoop Dogg, I don't know if I can rely on his stories that much. All right. Sometimes he exaggerates. So I'm just going to tell you the story. You're going to just have to take it with a grain of salt. Remember when I was telling you guys about Uber? And I, for one, was the dumbass. I didn't invest in Uber. I'm in Cali, California kid. The guys came up and I didn't talk to the guys that officially ran it. It's some people that was out trying to get investment for Uber. And quite frankly, Gary Vee, he knows the guys. And I think he said $25,000 is what his friends told him. But I'm going to tell you guys something. Whoever came and talked to me is when they originally were starting. In Cali, they said 10,000 initially when the guys came out. We only want $10,000 in an investment. But at the time, I have to admit, I was like an old geezer. What do you mean? Somebody's just going to drive around and pick me up that I don't know? Hell no. You see what's going on here in this third world country? They're like, no, there's going to be an app. What app? What's an app? I mean, come on. Seriously. That's the kind of conversation that was going on. It's like this fantastical story that somebody that I don't know is going to come pick me up, and they're driving their own vehicle, and they're somehow going to be able to guide me to where I need to go. What planet are you on? What GPS? We don't have GPS. We don't have all this stuff you're talking about. They're like, oh, don't worry, we will. I'm like, man, you guys sounding kind of wacky here. And you expect millions of people to do this instead of getting a taxi? They're like, yeah, people are just going to come up, drive their own vehicles, take you to wherever you need to go. We're going to have an app. And people might only, get this. People might be able to go across town in San Francisco for $2. Now, again, back in the day, you take a taxi 2 blocks in San Francisco, that was $2. These dudes were talking crazy. They were like, yeah, you can go from like the Golden Gate Bridge into downtown San Francisco. That's only going to be $2. We're all like, you can understand, this is sounding weird. You're like, okay, the taxi's going to cost $35 for that, and you're going to charge $2. And people are going to be happy to accept the $2, or you're going to charge $2. So that means the driver is only going to get, what, $1? And you think you're going to sign people up for this? You guys can understand this conversation. This is what was happening. It's like, what are you some dude's going to drive to make $2, $1 a pickup when he could be a taxi driver and get like $10 plus tips? I'm like, who's going to do this? Yeah, well, it's $10,000 and we're getting a lot of people who don't even want to invest. They sound like you. I said, yeah, I would think so. But anyhow, the story goes, Suge Knight, Snoop Dogg, and the founders of Uber, at a party with Snoop Dogg and Suge and Death Row and all these other artists. A story of Suge Knight tells these guys we're talking about something crazy. Nah, get away. You don't need to talk with Snoop about nothing. And hell no, I'm not interested. But yet they are sitting in the same section. They actually take pictures together. And the guys just believe what Suge Knight said, that Snoop wouldn't be interested. And Snoop doesn't know anything about who these guys even are. All he knows is these white dudes. What the hell's going on? Who are these dudes? Okay, picture time. And then they walk off thinking that he wasn't going to be interested in the investment. Can you believe this, ladies and gentlemen? This is the type of situations that you could be put in, yes, by being an SSN Lifestyle member, or you can be like Mr. Cool, who hangs out in all the cool spots. You know, he's at that beach club at Conner Rock. He's hanging out there. You know, it costs an arm and a leg to hang out at Conner Rock and be at the Hard Rock Casino and hanging out for a month. That's where you're going to meet some people. I'm not saying do that to meet people. All I'm saying is it's completely by accident. This is what you put yourself in position for. Like I said, I'm going to give you guys another story. Smash the like button. Because here, if that story's not good enough for you, where I could have gotten in for 10 G's, but I couldn't see that vision at all. I'm like, well, you've lost your mind. No app, no GPS, no way to track people. The driver's going to take $1, $2 to drive people around further than what a taxi driver would do. You guys can understand that. Yes, the Uber and Lyft sounded foreign for sure in 2009. Exactly. It was craziness. And 2010, quite frankly, because then it went to 25,000, which is what Gary Vee talks about, because they did go to 25. It was no longer 10. And that's when I told the dude, hey, man, I thought it was 10. They're like, oh, no, we're getting some investors now, man. So it's 25. I was like, damn. Okay. But still, I think it's crazy. So anyhow, here's the other thing. You guys know the story. In fact, I'm going to do this because there's some people who may not understand the situation at hand. I'm going to play a video, and I'm trying to think this video that I'm thinking about. God, I can't remember which video it is. Oh, found it, I think. Here we go. This one right here. Check it out.
Come on, come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, just had to show you that because you saw Park City, right? That Sundance Film Festival. You saw that, right? So I'm going to give you a little story in case people doubt what I'm saying about why you need to put yourself in position to keep winning. So hanging out at Sundance Film Festival, again, some of you have heard this story before. I show up. I'm going to get literally, you show at Salt Lake City, because this is in Utah, Salt Lake City, drive from Salt Lake City to Park City, which is roughly 45 minutes to an hour. But because I'm staying in the canyons, the ski area resort, ski in, ski out resort of the Miners Club, all right, that's where I'm staying at. I literally get to town, Park City. It's literally around 4 or 5 in the day. I go to my 5-star resort. I got to put that in there, ladies and gentlemen. 5-star resort, right? Miners Club. 2-bedroom, 2-bath, fireplace, three bathrooms. It's full kitchen. It's whatever. It's crazy. It's probably 1,800 square feet, right? I get in there, and I also own at Westgate Park City. Keep this in mind. So I get on the ski lift, go up, come down, because Westgate Park City is also on the other side of the ski lift. I walk over to the Westgate. The Westgate guy goes, "Oh, you're an owner at Westgate? Cool, you get a free shuttle." The Westgate shuttle doesn't go but from the Westgate down to Park City Main Street. All right, that's my first maneuver that I do. Okay, I talk to the guys. They go, "Yeah, well, you're staying at Miners Club. No problem," because I have history. I did some things with the guy a year before, but I'm just giving you one of the times I went there after I've been there the first year. Nonetheless, so he says, "Cool, I'm going to have you, I'll have the shuttle come by. Just call me." Go back to my room, get changed, get all good. So from 4 o'clock, the shuttle comes around 6:30, 7 o'clock. All of a sudden, I get picked up. Okay, just to give you guys some reference, in order to stay at the Westgate Park City, in order to stay at the Miners Club and all that during Sundance Film Festival, it costs $1,000 a night. Just to give you an idea. All right. So the bottom line of the story is the shuttle comes and picks me up. I don't know nobody at Sundance Film Festival. I'm hanging out. You guys have heard the story. I'm sitting in the front seat, and I'm going to have to use the race card. I'm a black guy. There's not too many black people at Sundance Film Festival. There damn sure ain't that many black people hanging out at Westgate Park City or at the Miners Club. So everybody in the van is white people. But I'm sitting up at the front, and I sit there and I say, "All right, the party's going to be starting in about 20 minutes because that's the ride going downtown." I say, By the way, does anybody have any of those party tickets going on? Because I just showed up 3 hours ago. You know what happens in the van? Shh, silence. Nobody says anything. So it's about 5 seconds goes by, and somebody finally says, well, welcome. I said, okay, thanks. 15 seconds go by, and a guy does this. He puts down 2 tickets next to my seat, and he says, hey, man, we got something going on downtown. Why don't you come? I'm like, this is what I'm talking about. You guys are showing me love around here. I love it. So from that leads to a whole nother adventure, ladies and gentlemen, because these guys that gave me the tickets actually have a studio in Santa Fe, New Mexico. And because they have a movie studio in Santa Fe, New Mexico, they shot a movie that's at the film festival. January Jones is in it, which a lot of people don't know who she is because I don't know what's wrong, why she doesn't get roles in Hollywood, but nonetheless, she has her screening. So not only does he give me those 2 tickets for the party, now I go to the party and show up. He gives me 2 tickets for the screening. And yes, I'm hanging out with January Jones and the cast. Yes, that's part of the perks, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, I have pictures, which I got to find somewhere. Because during the screening, I'm actually in their entourage because January Jones is sitting right in front of me, actually. So we're hanging out. But this is the type of stuff that happens when you would go out on an adventure. This is what I'm talking about. And again, most of you know the part of the story where the guy, the musician that came in, because their room was full. They had a 2-bedroom apparently at Westgate Park City. Their room was full. And I had a larger room. So I had empty rooms. In fact, I think I had a 3-bedroom instead of 2. But nonetheless, I said, hey, man, I got an extra room at my joint. You can hang there. All because they invited me to the party. I happened to be in the venue. And if I wasn't there, they would have had to figure out where this guy that's playing the music, who they invited for their event, was going to stay. They were going to be in a world of hurt. It's 100% occupancy during Sundance Film Festival, let alone some nice place. So now I say, hey, man, I got this extra rooms in my place, so you can come hang with me. And if you want to stay 2-3 days, I don't really care. From that love affair right there, these guys at Santa Fe Studios invited me to Santa Fe Studios in, was it, I want to say Albuquerque, but it's not. It's Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I'm like, yeah, right. I'll never go to Santa Fe, New Mexico. That ain't going to happen. Well, I'll give you some story parts that I didn't tell you. Getting ready to leave Frontier Airline, I was going back to SAC. So therefore, I'm never going to Santa Fe, New Mexico. I don't know why I would. That's crazy. All of a sudden, because remember, you guys, I go one way. I'm thinking I'm the shit, right? I'm going one way. Who cares how much the ticket costs when I go back? But guess what? I cared this time because on the way back to Cali, all of a sudden I'm checking the tickets and they're like, that's going to be $500. I'm like, wait a minute. I can get a rent-a-car and drive back for less than that. What the hell's going on here? So, up-and-coming airline called Frontier Airlines has a ticket to Atlanta. $49. Well, my parents live in the ATL. What do you think I'm going to do? I'm like, $500, go back to Cali and hang out, or $50 a person and go hang out and go visit my parents. I'm going to go visit my parents. Why not? So I go visit my parents, and I'm going to end this story because it's going to be longer. But I visit my parents, but I end up hanging in the ATL for like 3 weeks. Then my dad says, take the car, because he has tons of them. Take this car. And I'm like, where? He's like, why don't you go down to Florida? Hang out. You like Florida, right? Because we do have property there. I say, okay, yeah, we drive down there. Hang out for like a month or 2, right? It's nice when you have passive income, ladies and gentlemen, right? No job to go to. can work from your computer. That pays out dividends because now you can be mobile as long as you have internet. That's what you need to think about when you're doing SSN Lifestyle. And I'm talking about selling products. This is what you need to do. You have a way to post things up. And while you're doing whatever you're doing, somebody could be buying this stuff. Now, 2 months goes by. So then I finally call up. I tell my dad, I'm like, Dad, look, I'm getting ready to go back to Cali. So I'll see you, in the, I'll be in the ATL, I don't know, week from now, whenever. My dad does something crazy. He's like, oh, man, just keep the car. I'm like, wait, I don't live here. What are you talking about? Keep the car. That means I have to drive all the way back to Cali. He's like, I don't need it. I got too many cars in my driveway anyhow. And it's older. Car was like 20 years old, but it drives. And it was a 4-cylinder. So it's rolling. I'm rolling. I'm like, all right, road trip. Drive all the way. Start on 10. Get into San Antonio, Texas. Go hang out with friends in North Texas. All of a sudden I see, wait a minute, Santa Fe, New Mexico, 7 hours away. I was like, oh my God. So now I call up the guy that said, if you ever come to Santa Fe, New Mexico, let us know. I call him up. I said, hey man, you won't believe this. He's like, I said, man, I've been on a road trip for 3-4 months now. And I'm in North Texas. I could either I come up to 80, which means Albuquerque, and go to Cali, or I'm going to Vegas. I don't know yet. He's like, hell no. Come up to Santa Fe. I'm going to put you up at the 5-star resort, and you can come hang out over here at the studio. I was like, what? So again, ladies and gentlemen, I'll repeat, hang out at a 5-star resort. I can't remember the name of it, but yes, it's in Santa Fe. There's probably 3 or 4 5-star resorts. It was like Los something. And he paid for that. And now he made everything come out to the studios and hang out. And that's when I found out, and I couldn't believe it. I still have the hat from it. When I found out Hertz just wasn't a car company. I've been around movie stuff before, but this is the first time that he takes me out back and he starts going like, because I met the Hertz guy in Sundance. So I asked about him because he was pretty cool. I said, hey man, where's that guy that works for Hertz? And he goes, speaking of Hertz, we just got in a shipment of lights from Hertz. I'm like, what are you talking about? Cinema lights. They actually are in the movie business. I was like, you got to be kidding me. I never even realized the lights were from Hertz, the lighting and all that. He goes, yeah, check this out. We go to the warehouse back there. It had to be at least 50 yards long, 20 yards, 30 yards deep. And the all thing was Hertz Cinema on it. It was crazy. And then, of course, I won't talk about the movie they're shooting. But nonetheless, there's movies shooting and some stars are in the house and all that. But that's what happened just from that. Does anybody have any tickets in a van going down to Park City? And then I meet the guy later. And not only that, he is also involved with Mission Beach Studios in Southern California. And since I'm California kid, he's California kid too. So you guys know what happens when I go to SoCal. I go to Mission Beach Studios. Go check this out. Hang out there. So this all happened from if you have any tickets for some parties. And now friends for life. Just off of that. No parties trying to take advantage of one or the other. So just think about that, ladies and gentlemen. So when you're out and about, when you're in your own little bubble, you're out here thinking you're in your own little world, you're enjoying it. There's a larger world out here. That's the reason why I did the long story. Please smash the like button. All right. And this is why I also started SSN Lifestyle, because I realized after I went to the People's Choice Awards, as you guys know, I've been doing this for 4 years. So I haven't been out and about going around like I used to. So when I started, after I went to the People's Choice Awards, that was 2016. I'm sitting at the People's Choice Awards. I'm sitting at the Daily Mail party. It's a who's who in the house. It doesn't matter whether they're musical artists, whether they're movie stars, whether they're even people on Real Housewives. The Dance Moms is there. HGTV guys. I mean, it's like a who's who from TV, movies, and music all in this party. all hanging out. Then I was like, man, even though I have my friends with me, but you can't bring 10 friends with you, that ain't gonna happen. Even though I had my normal friends with me, like when we go to Playboy and do all this stuff, my friends, I get them in, right? But the thing is, I realized, I was like, man, there's thousands of millions of people who sit there and watch this stuff. They were watching the People's Choice Awards at home, never getting the idea that they could actually come here, be there, go into these events, and hang out with people that they love and watch on their, favorite movie, TV shows, or music or whatever. They're ordinary people, but you wish sometimes. I used to hear people going, man, I wish I can go to the Playboy Mansion, right? I wish I could go to the People's Choice Awards. I wish I can go to the Grammys. I wish I can go. You hear that, but really, there's only a limited amount of people that can even get in a venue to begin with. And even less can get into special parties and events that are catered toward the celebrities, right? This is why I started SSN Lifestyle, because I was like, after all these years, I haven't been going around doing my thing, even though you guys know the Super Bowl stuff. I was there at the parties and doing all that. But the thing is, there's a lot more. And I have access to, and I want to share even more. Even if it's only 2 or 3 people, that's still 2 or 3 different people, right? So keep that in mind. And yeah, it did sound foreign, so I'm going to go back into what we talked about a little earlier. So anyhow, smash the like button, ladies and gentlemen, because now we're reminiscing, and that's why I started SSN Lifestyle. So make sure you get over there, get in. That's so funny, missing out on opportunity. Exactly, Curtis Davis. It happens. We can't win them all. It's all about vision, right? It's all about vision, because you never know. Just because what you see today, if you can do a leap forward and you go, hey man, why can't you see that crypto's the way to be? Why can't you see that crypto's going to be able to do all this? There may be people right now, like a lot of people are like, I can't see how that's going to happen. We're going to lose again. But that's the point. We got to keep looking. Just because we lost there, we won in other areas. That's the good part, right? That's so funny, missing out. Exactly. It's not funny, actually, because it was possible. In any private investment, there's 3 rounds: round A, round B, round C. And then Curtis Davis is Mr. Financial. He knows round A, round B, round C. But here's the thing. I want you guys to understand something. Before there's a round A, there's another startup round where people don't want to go in with the venture capitalists. They are trying to get their friends and family in their warm markets, so that way they don't have to give up pieces of their company. Because a VC, generally, they're sitting there going, okay, if we're going to invest $5 million, man, you're going to give up 2%, 5%, 10% of equity of your company. Just what you see on Shark Tank. They're sitting there going, we'll give you some shares for giving us some money. If we go an IPO, your shares could be worth X amount. That's the situation. And guess what, SSN Lifestyle members? That's where you're going to have an opportunity. Ring of Fire. That's what we're going to call it. Ring of Fire is coming, ladies and gentlemen. There is actually a project that's out right now that they haven't done round A, B, and C yet. So therefore, we're the ones that can go in with that $10,000, $20,000 number and get your shares early. It's an IPO play, quite frankly. And they have a major, I'm trying to be careful here, because I'm not going to say it, even though if you guys have been here on the live stream before, I've said it, but I just got word from them that I shouldn't be giving out some info. So all I can say is they have a major sporting network that is interested in their business. And you guys are going to be able to get in some shares at beginner rates, not round A, B, and C, but before the VCs get in. Yes, you might be diluted, but I don't care if I'm going to be diluted if I have millions of shares or thousands of shares. And if they do happen to make the IPO markets, we all know $10, $20, whatever the case may be, and you got thousands of shares, you're going to love life. So we're not going to miss out on this one, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm bringing it along for you as well, just like I'm bringing along the passive income opportunity. As soon as we get to $5,100, then people start receiving 0 to 5% every week. And if you're into crypto, you can use crypto. You can send USDT. Go to the website. The link is down below. Check it out. All right. Any investment. That's right. 3 rounds, but there's other rounds before we get to round A, B, and C. Lyric Cranstown, welcome. The interior designer out of Norfolk, Virginia, as a new member of the channel, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for your support. I humbly appreciate it. And welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream where only members with the icon like Lyric Cranstown can have. Thank you so much again. I appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And Lyric, glad to see you again. Welcome to the team, Lyric. That's right. Welcome to the team. Very well said. Why almost every NFT on ETH blockchain, though? Diesel Mike, I have to ask you that same question. Disgusting. Disgusting. You know why? OpenSea, ETH fees, which means sometimes there's going to be kickback fees. I mean, they're acting just like the banking situation. There would be no reason to be on the ETH, especially if you want somebody to buy your NFT. Why would you want to have an NFT that's worth $1,000 and then have people paying fees of $50, $60, $75, $80, depending on the time of day, or maybe even more? That's ridiculous. When you know other chains only going to cost you pennies. It's sickening. It's really, really sickening. Hey, but guess what? All NFTs are not on the ETH chain. Look, Diesel Mike, search the channel for Powerful Dragons. That's who I'm rocking with. Powerful Dragons NFT. The reason why I'm rocking with them is because, first of all, their NFTs are $50. They're building their network. They're $50 each. So they're USDC $50. But here's the thing. They actually have a couple of founders and a couple of guys who actually helped create games. So their NFTs are going to be used in a game. So that's the first thing. So for $50 for one or $100 for two, I thought it was worth it. All right. So it's minimal. It's not like NFTs on ETH chain that people are trying to get, 1 ETH for or something. It's $50. Not only is that the key, you can search the channel for Powerful Dragons, but there's more to it since that video. Because now, if you buy now, they'll have an airdrop for one. All right. And that's one of the perks. But here's the second perk. They have something called Silver Scales. That's a token. That is earning right now for everybody. You can stake your dragon and you can earn Silver Scales. Silver Scales are going to be used in the game. So everybody who stakes now before the game comes out, you're earning Silver Scales that other people are going to have to buy. So you can stake it. So that's why I'm in there, because the staking is whatever the fee is, because they're on the Phantom network. So the contract, 10 cents, probably less than that now because the cost of FTM is like 30 cents. So it's probably 3 cents or whatever. And then you're staking every 24 hours. All 24 hours you're staking across the way, right? So that's why I'm with them, and they're building a game, and they actually have people who have built games before on board making it or trying to make it happen. It's a project. It's a startup. So I'm taking the Silver Scales. We'll see where it goes. And by the way, I got to go check on this airdrop now that I'm thinking about it, because if you would have invested back when they originally came out, guess what? They're going to airdrop you one for that as well. After they changed over and started the staking, if you buy a dragon, then you get another airdrop. So I'm owed 2 airdrop dragons, which would bring my total actually to 7. And how do I get 7? because they used to do power tokens, power nodes. They used their power tokens, and it used to be, I can't remember what it was. Oh, 50 power tokens. Remember when power tokens and all the tokens and nodes dropped 50%? Guess what? Those 50 power tokens that were previously $50 were $25, and they left it open for 2 or 3 days where they said, okay, in 3 days, we're going to change over to, I can't remember what the other one was, but USDC is ultimately where it's at now. So then you had 3 days to buy at half price. So I said, okay, I got power tokens because I'm in their node protocol. I got 25 of those. Sweet. In fact, I have 70 of them. I'm going to buy 2 more dragons. So there's 4. Then they have NFT. Speaking of what we're talking about here, NFT blockchains and OpenSea and all that, they have the Phantom NFTs, and I can't remember, it's NFT, I can't remember buys, but anyhow, the powerful dragons are sold on the Phantom Network NFT platform. People, because it dropped 50%, you had to use power tokens, remember that. People were selling their dragons at less than the 50% price. Try $13 or $14. So I said, you know what? Let me get 2 more from that platform. So that's how we have 5 or 6 dragons. And that's why we're earning 5.4 silver scales per day. I probably have over 100 silver scales by now because that was months ago. Probably 200, now that I'm thinking about it. So that's the reason why I picked them, because they're on the Phantom Network. And I'm just letting you know, I made a video about this in case anybody's interested. Search the channel for Powerful Dragons. It's 2 hours, 1 minute in. Please smash the like button. Subscribe to the channel, please. And then click the all notification bell, because they still only send out of 14,000 subscribers. I want to thank you so much, subscribers. They only send out less than 2,000 notifications, and even less for live stream. Thumbs up at Curtis Davis. Diesel Mike says, what's up at Curtis Davis? And Curtis Davis says, some time ago, I talked to a movie producer on a private plane. Exactly. He was marketing his movie at Sundance. He said the booth cost $20K to start. He's right. There you go. Curtis Davis knows exactly what I'm talking about. They're going to the Sundance Film Festival not only to market their movie, not only to find investors for additional movies, not only to find, but you'll know, it's very, very interesting. Because like you guys know, part of the story is driving. Okay, part of the other, hey, look, I got to give the rest of the story for new people. The guys from Santa Fe, also, I'm staying, like I said, at the Miners Club in the Park City in the Canyons. Who's also staying at the Miners Club is a director. He comes in the van, comes downstairs with me. He's thinking he has to take a taxi or whatever. I said, no, man, hold on. I don't know he's a director at the time. It's just another black guy there, right? That's all I know. And there's a black woman there. And they're standing in the lobby saying, oh, man, how are we going to get down to Park City? They're thinking they have to get a taxi. Taxi's not coming. It's winter. It's 7 at night. No taxi's coming. All right? Snowing. So the guys over at Westgate, I call them up. My man, I got 2 people. Is it all right if you bring the shuttle over here on the way down to the closing ceremonies, the closing ceremonies party? I got 2 tickets because the director, he has tickets, and the guys from Santa Fe gave me tickets also. So I gave 2 other people tickets. The van comes and gets us, about 5 or 6 people, no problem, driving us down. And again, you guys know I told the story about this before. I can never remember the movie. But anyhow, the movie that's in Oakland, and it's at the metro station, and the cops shoot him. Fruitvale, the Fruitvale station, the movie Fruitvale. I'll tell the story again. I don't know the black girl. The director, I've seen him before, so we actually talking. All of a sudden, the black girl starts screaming and yelling in the back. And the director knows what's going on, but I don't. He's all going, oh, yes, yes. Come to find out, she invested in the movie Fruitvale. Fruitvale won the best movie for Sundance that year. And Harvey Weinstein and his brother, they bought the rights to that movie. So I think she said it was $600,000 is what they cost to make the movie. And if I didn't remember right, they either gave her $1 million or $2 million. I can't remember which one it is. It's probably on YouTube somewhere. But it's either $1 or $2 million is what they bought the movie from them for. So that's why she was yelling and screaming. The movie didn't gross that much at the theaters, but Harvey Weinstein and his brother and the Weinstein Company, they only bought it for $1 or $2 million. So even if it made $20 million, they're good. The movie's already made. All they had to do was put it in the cinemas, or maybe even edit it some if they wanted to. But nonetheless, if they made past 2 million, which they did, 5 million, 8 million, 10 million, that's money. So just letting you know. So the booth does cost that. And literally, man, I got so many stories about Sundance. It's crazy. I go over to the Marriott Summit, I think it's Marriott Summit. Anyhow, it's downtown Park City on Main Street. I'm going to Marriott Summit because there's a company that wants investment for a 3-wheel vehicle, EV vehicle. So I go check it out. So I'm in there hanging out. Next thing I know, this guy comes to me and starts telling me about this plastic that doesn't sweat, and he's looking for investors in that. So all kind of people are all over the place at these events that I'm thinking it's a movie festival, checking out some movies before they come out a year or two later. I'm thinking, but basically it's an investors fest. Even those things that Facebook have, the goggles, those were out like 5-6 years ago. They had a booth set up so people can go in and test it. It wasn't on the market. Crazy stuff. I went to the Sundance Film Festival at least 3 times, just to let you guys know, because everything is off the charts. All right. So SSN Lifestyle is the reason why I started that, is more than just for the money aspect. It's because after you make the money, most people can't go to events. You're not going to find yourself at the Daily Mail party, right? Hanging out with all these people. They're just humans, just like everybody. You know, nobody's in there trying to cause any havocs, except for, I won't mention any names. I should, but I'm not. But you guys never underestimate your abilities. So therefore, become a member of SSN Lifestyle so you can get some of these entertainment tickets and show tickets and things like that. And don't forget, thanks, Big Boss. It's all about success and being a part of the financial freedom family. Thank you so much, Larry Cranston. Thank you so much, because that's what we're trying to help here. And by the way, you're doing your own business. You know how hard it is out here. Just because you win a few times a year, all of a sudden, you might be one of those interior designers that you're like, hey, you're getting your $10,000, $20,000 for hooking up somebody. Now all of a sudden people don't have that $10,000 or $20,000, and now you have to make decisions. You might have to say, well, I can't charge my normal fee anymore. People don't have the money like they used to. Even the rich, when inflation kicks in and interest rates go up, they start cutting back as well. They're not going to be out here free spending, although the rich still spend, but they're going to start looking at, hey, wait, we used to do, yeah, that was going to cost us $100,000, $150,000 to do. No. We don't want to spend that right now. We might want to use that for something else. So all of us have to do changes based on the economic conditions. So when we're out here fighting for our financial freedom, it comes in many different forms. So just keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. 2 hours and 9 minutes in. So I'm going to wrap this up in about 15 to 20 minutes. All right. So you guys hopefully have enjoyed that. But before I go, I'm going to go over, because I think this is, I really like the SSN lifestyle situation. It's coming along quite nicely. You guys are getting first views on the live streams. Let me see if I can do it. Oh, we're at the product site. In fact, I don't even talk enough about this product because it's just awesome. Anytime you can have thyroid maintenance, that is a beautiful thing. We're talking about this SSN Lifestyle Body Balance. Next week, the magnesium and D3 is coming out. That'll be able to be ordered. And also the magnesium, the MSN, and the D3 also is going to be in a product. Take out the iodine because iodine may not be needed for everybody. So I'll take that out. But those are going to be the 3 products. And the prices are going to be less, obviously. $34.99 for the body balance. You can already see you can pre-order here. The magnesium D3 complex is $27.99 and the bone and joint balance. So bone and joint balance, magnesium and D3, those are all in the body balance cream along with iodine. So you're having thyroid health, you're having joint and bone health because D3 helps with your bone strength and density. You're having other things with magnesium. It's vast because magnesium is needed for these products to actually work in your body, and other vitamins, minerals, and nutrients you need a level of magnesium in your body. It helps some people with performance, meaning it helps you when you go work out and you recover better. And that's why that's what MSM helps. It helps you recover a little bit faster. It's not a steroid. Just keep that in mind. So when you start talking about a healthy heart, there's also that with magnesium. When you start talking about your skin, to make your skin better, that's also part of this ingredient. There's a bunch of things that this can help with, over 25. Just go to check out the video. It's out here on the ssnlifestyle.com channel, and it's also on the website, but you got to go look. But that's part of the equation. The other part is this 5,100 passive income opportunity. I've told you guys about this. I believe it was Friday, or if it was Monday. It's probably Monday. So far, you see the 0, and all it is there's something about it because it's 5,100. That's what you need. You can use a debit, credit, e-check via PayPal. You can also send over crypto at USDT. Your payout, you define and see. We're making a few changes. It's not a donation. You get a 6-month lockup. Just so you know, you can choose this or you can choose other. But as soon as we get to 5,100, then it closes out. And for the next 6 months, people are going to earn 0 to 3%. So I had to show this just so you guys understand. You have opportunity here. This is not just selling products and services and goods and business opportunities. There's more. But look, your billing details instead of donor stuff is gone. All right, mandatory. So this is where you would put in your information. All right. That's where your USDT deposit address goes, or your PayPal email address goes, so you can receive your month or weekly payout. All right, and any other notes you want to put in here. And then you go down here, and again, I want to cover the transaction fee. Yes, please cover the transaction fee, because on 500, look, let me click on this so you'll see what's going to happen. This is how much the fee is that would at PayPal. Looks like it didn't give me a fee. Good. But yes, it didn't show the fee. I'm surprised it doesn't. But anyhow, 5 times 3.5 is going to be what? $17, $17.50. Yeah, $17.50. If you did not hit this, yes, I want to cover this, then your amount you put in is only going to be $482.50 in this example, right? Of course, non-taxable. This is the total amount. It used to say something else. That's been fixed. Place order is there, and notice crypto, notice PayPal, notice credit cards, but it's, PayPal, debit cards, whatever. All right. So that is major, but that's not all. That's not all, because Ring of Fire is going to be coming out too, ladies and gentlemen, because you're going to have several opportunities, whether it's fingernails to go or whether it's this other company where you can get in early before an IPO, you're not going to make any money from that. The next investment will be along the lines of Uber. They might do an IPO in 3 or 4 years. So that's the only way you're going to have return on your money. Then, of course, how can I forget? If you're going to be part of the SSN Lifestyle, whether a free member or memberships, here is the Punta Cana conference and party at 2023. April 12th through the 16th. The special early bird tickets are $109.99 in September 30th. Only 100 tickets, whichever comes first. Entry into conference and party only. See, VIP members, they have VIP seating for the conference and parties. VIP members, they get the Boat and Yacht Club VIP section, even though you can mingle with everybody, but no, not everybody can be in the VIP section. You're going to be able to meet Sean Rayford. He's going to be there. He's going to be the musical artist. Hopefully, we're going to have Mr. DJ Robbie D as well, spinning some wheels on some other stuff. All right. So we're going to have a mix, and then we're going to have a business meeting because we need tax write-offs, ladies and gentlemen, right? We got to have tax write-offs. You're not going to go to the islands and not write off your airfare to and from. You're not going to write off some business meetings from when you go have lunch or dinner with people and talk business, are you? You got to write this stuff off. You can't write it off 100%, but you got to get tax write-offs. You're coming to the island, and some of us who made investments on the island, you get another little type write-off because now you're going to be going over to talk to someone what's going on at the project that you invested in. So all this comes into play. So again, we're getting you a way to make things happen, and you're going to learn a lot. There's going to be business going on. This is not just going to be some party. There's going to be a conference going on there. All right? Business is going to be handled. We're going to have a launch just like Apple does, right? Every year, there's going to be a launch of a new product that is coming out that's going to help you sell and make more sales and make more money. Passive income is what we're trying to do here, ladies and gentlemen. And the Founders Club, again, there's 11 spots left. I'm saying it again. Whoever can afford to get in the Founders Club, it's worth its weight in gold. Every year, imagine being able to go somewhere 7 nights, 8 days for this low price of $27.99 one-time fee, and then pay $49.99 per month. That gets you 7 nights, 8 days in a 1, 2, or 3 bedroom condo, villa, townhouse every year, not only in Punta Cana, but let's just say the first year you're like, yeah, I'm going to Punta Cana, but I saw that already. The following year, it might be going to Hawaii. Good. Take your pick. All I'm saying is there's going to be other places that you're going to be able to go to, and it's every year for the one-time price, but you still got to pay the $49.99. And by the way, the memberships, all these, Founder, Premier, Elite, Pro, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? There is no annual fee at the moment. Like I said, things get rough. Profits need to be maintained somewhat. I'm not saying it'll never be a yearly annual membership fee, you know, like companies do $99 for everybody or whatever. Right now, we're not going to have any fee because that's one of my little pet peeves. Once again, I'm running the show. My pet peeve has always been, I'm paying you monthly if I'm in a company, and then at the end of a year, you're going to send me a bill for $100 or $150 or $200, depending on what level I'm at. Why? I'm already sending you business. You're already making profit. I receive commission. Why are you trying to make money off of me? That's the way I've always looked at it. So I'm not going to have an annual fee because you're paying a monthly fee. Why am I going to add an annual fee? I know companies make more money when they add an annual fee, but I'm not interested in that. I'm interested in a membership where people say, hey, the value of what I'm paying is worth it. And at the end of a year, I'm not having you go, oh, I don't think it's worth it. I'm not going to pay the $150 or $200 or $99 fee. So I don't want to even entertain that idea because that's not what we're here for. I'm sitting here trying to get you extra revenue. Yes, the company makes money too. Let's call it what it is. It's a company. So it's an entity. But the fact of the matter is I want everybody out here winning. I want everybody to say, hey, you know what? Put in a group chat whenever we have some sort of chats or live streams at SSN Lifestyle Channel. I want people to come in and we have 50, 60, 70, 100 people go, Hey guys, I got this great deal over here in, I don't know, you name it, down in Mexico at Cabo, because Frontier Airlines is running a special from like 10 major airports, and it's like $150 round trip. And by the way, the hotel on the beach is only going to cost $100 a night. What do you guys think? Why don't we all go and meet down there? Guess what? That's a tax write-off, ladies and gentlemen, because you're all in the same business. You're going to be talking about business. And now you get down there cheap. That stuff is the thing of legends, ladies and gentlemen, impromptu. And especially when you have people that are like-minded and like doing what you do, this is the things that can happen. And then along the way, you're going, well, wait a minute, there's some other things going on, because there's yachts, there's boats down there. And hey, guys, wait, don't we have like $350 or $400 a year in yacht that we can use because of our membership? See what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? There's more to the story that when you think about it, when you're a Founders Club member, and by the way, I should even go to Founders Club members, because I shouldn't even talk about just that. That alone, $27.99, you have a week a year in some exotic location, or even here in America, that's fine. But can you believe that every year, you have first choice at Ring of Fire? I'll skip down the SSN Lifestyle, because you get passive income by referring other people to the program, or by referring people to buy products and services. You know, I'm going to keep bringing this up because this is the only one in existence, ladies and gentlemen. That's a cream, all right? This isn't for the faint at heart. Trying to do something that nobody else is doing, and it's not, you know how most of the time when you have other companies, I'm going to keep showing this. When you have other companies and this is the sale, this is the item, usually they'll sell this stuff for $77, $80, $69, knowing good and well the only people that's going to buy this is people that's within their organization, just so they can get commission or meet some sort of sales goals, but so they can get commission. This right here, $34.99, this is what would sell in the store, ladies and gentlemen. So you're not getting hosed if you decide to buy it and use it. You're not getting hosed when you're trying to sell it to somebody else. It's not overpriced. They can't go to a store and get this. They can go to the store and get magnesium and D3 and pay anywhere from $10 to $30, and it's a capsule, sure. But you're damn sure not even going to get D3, magnesium, and MSM in the same on the same product. Now you're going to be talking about $25 to $35 to $45. But we have iodine in the product. So to be a $35 product, just think about it. You're a member of the channel, not an affiliate that's free, a member of the channel. You don't have to pay $34.99 as a member of the channel. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. You can actually pay 10 to 25% less. And by the way, if you're a member and you say, hey, you know what? I think I love this. I think people would use this. I think I want to be a wholesaler and go out here and market this product. Guess what? Buy 2 dozen or more, you're going to get 60% off. Buy 3 dozen or 4 dozen or more, you're going to reach this threshold of 50% off. So now you tell me you're in business, ladies and gentlemen. You don't have to go call somebody, because SSN Lifestyle, we are the manufacturers. We are the ones who make this stuff. We're the ones rolling this out. Nobody else can stop us. Nobody can stop you either. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. That's very, very powerful. You're not at the mercy of anybody. Not the mercy of me, because I want you to win, because I want you to be hanging out with me, or at least joining me on some adventure occasionally. So when I'm sitting there saying, hey, we got 2 tickets and we're going here, or 5 tickets, who's going to win these or whatever, if I'm going to be there, I want you guys to come too. That's how I've always been. But not everybody can just up and be like, hey, man, I used to get calls. My friends would say, hey, I got tickets on my desk at my office in LA, 2 tickets to the Grammys. If you can come to my office, I'm like, dudes, I'm in wherever. I'm not even in Cali. That'd be sweet, but I can't get there. But I can get friends there. You follow what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen? Yeah, you're not going to be sitting up front. You know, they reserve those for moving people in and out. That ain't going to happen. But you might be sitting 20, 30 rows back. This is what we're talking about, ladies and gentlemen. All right? But anyhow, the Founders Club, the reason why I'm so hyped about it is because it does cost a lot. But for everything that you get, like this right here, Here's another one. I'm going to keep talking about this. I can talk about this forever. This right here. Imagine, okay, you guys already know there's vacation rentals, right? That you can actually send people to and receive commission for. But imagine Founders Clubs have their own special one. It's not listed for everybody else. The reason why they have their own special one is because Founders Club members, when they log in, since they're a Founders Club member, they can actually see it. So they're the only ones that can actually rent it. You got it? It's restricted to Founders Club members only. They're the only ones that can get people to book it and offer it for sale. They're the only ones that's going to be able to have the availability for it. And you can now make additional streams of money, revenue coming in. The bonus pool speaks for itself. That's a part of the profit pool. And Founders Club members get part of the low pro. Next up is elite, premier, and Founders Club all together. So that means their bonus pool is going to be more than everybody else's. Airline lounge access. And you guys know there isn't airport lounges everywhere. But let's just say you're going to have a membership. And included in your membership, you're going to have it where you're stranded in the airport. You're like, damn, does this airport have an airport lounge that I'm have access to? And you find out, yes, it does. Well, guess what? You're eating, you're showering, you're drinking, all that's going to be on the house. That's what you want, ladies and gentlemen, when you have a long layover. You want the lifestyle, you're going to have a long layover when you travel. There's just no way around it. All right? The $10,000 primary trade line, you're going to have that. You're going to have a line of credit. Your membership is already good. You're already going to be approved. All you have to do is order. And yes, you're going to have a line of credit, but you're going to have to meet their criteria. You got to put down 20%. But the $149.99, that's already paid for. You're in. How do you like that? And now here's that boat yacht cruise situation. You got $500 a year, $550 a year. That'll get you in most marinas. That'll get you 2-3 hours of a nice little boat or yacht ride, going to go spend a picnic, go on one of the sandbars, go on wherever you want to go for 3 hours, quite frankly. I don't care where you are. You can generally get something nice for $175, $180, something like that for 3 hours. All right. And of course, VIP tickets for all SSN lifestyle events, not just next year. Every event ever done, Founders Club members get in. How? There's a reason it's called Founders Club, because you would be helping jumpstart the SSN lifestyle because of the amount that it does cost to get in. So therefore, that's another thing. Any event, you're always VIP. You always get in for no additional cost. That's why you can't buy tickets if you're a Founders Club member. That's why there's a note on the tickets: do not buy. You're already in. Everybody else who's not a Founders Club member and maybe Premier, maybe Elite, maybe Pro, you got to buy. Sorry, but get that, special one right now. All right. And you guys already receive extra discounted prices for Founders Club members. You share in the bonus pool, and there's going to be a crypto token eventually. The reason why there's going to be that is because there is a membership. There is a intellectual property. Everybody has intellectual property, ladies and gentlemen. If you own a membership, whether it's Pro, Elite, Premier, or Founders Club, and let's just say for the sake of argument, you're doing bang up job, you're promoting, you're doing whatever you want to do, right? And all of a sudden you're making $3,000 per month. That means that has a value of $36,000 a year. That also means that it's a business. So that means, what is that business worth? Is it worth $200,000? Is it worth $300,000? Is it worth $500,000? What is it worth? So you're going to be able to sell that. You can actually sell your memberships, ladies and gentlemen. Just keep this in mind, no matter what level you're at. But the Founders Club, they're going to have a little bit something extra, because there's going to come a time when there's going to actually be a token or a coin of some sort. And the reason why there's going to be that is because with ownership, if crypto goes according to plan, then that means that will show ownership, undisputed, never a problem ownership. And that's the only way down the path it's going to be transferred. And guess what else? You have the freedom. Not up to the company, because you guys know the company can restrict. We might have right of first refusal. I might have that language in their contract. I can't remember. But for the most part, am I really going to restrict you selling it to somebody else? Why would I? If you want to give up your profits, that's your business. But think about it, ladies and gentlemen. There's more to this than meets the eye, because remember, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm just like you. I'm just like you. Remember that. Entrepreneur wants what's fair and square, and when you work hard, you want to get paid for it. You don't want no excuses. All right, here we go. The entrance to club may be costly, but everybody got business, and people starting a new venture, real estate, business deal, and drinks are free at club and party event. Exactly. Exactly. When you start really doing the numbers, think about it. Like I always just said, if you get a week a year, 1 bedroom, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom at exotic locations around the world or in the United States, what is that going to be worth in the future? I couldn't believe what I saw. In fact, I'm going to show you guys something. I got to show you something that has nothing to do with SSN Lifestyle, but it kind of does. Because this just came up. A person hit me up, and they said they want to stay at Wyndham Indio. Let me see if this is right. I'm trying to think if this is correct. Wyndham Indio. I'm pretty sure it was Wyndham Indio, and they said anytime between February and in the month of February and March. All right, look at this right here. This is September, right? It's kind of hot there. I'm going to show you this right here because I want to show you something that's they never know what the future you can money. Now, when I saw this, I just couldn't believe. I'm going to double check because I could not believe the prices that I saw. And if they're still the prices, I think it was a glitch. I really, really do. Because what I saw was just outrageous. So I think either the currency was off. It was just weird. I just couldn't believe it. Let me see what it is. Oh, we can't even get there right now. That's interesting. I'm not going to do that. Where's the, I'm looking for, it was February 1st through the 8th. That's all I can remember, and it was ridiculous. Okay, let me see if I can get some prices here. It was for a 1-bedroom nonetheless. I don't want to really tell you the prices because when you see the price, you're going to be like, that just can't be right. It doesn't make sense. But I'm going to see if I can pull it up, and if it was just a glitch, because you guys know sometimes there's a glitch when somebody's doing pricing. They might have added an extra number. Well, no, I don't think so. Let me see what happens today. Let's see what we're going to have here. Okay, computer's taking a minute. Oh, I know why. Hold on, let me get out this crypto tab stuff. And the Fed's winning by Jim Cramer. What a joke. Ludicrous nonsense. This is taking a bit too long, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to wait for this to populate. I might have to direct connect here because this is seeming like I'm having a big problem. I'm not understanding what the problem is. Yes, Curtis, thank you so much. In that one-time fee, it's not annually. That $27.99 is one time. Other than that, you're paying $49.99 a month. That's it. That's the only cost. Next year, you don't pay another $27.99. You're only paying $49.99 a month. That's it. All right. Right? So that in mind, like he said, that's one-time cost, but that's it. You get all the perks as long as you pay your $49.99. That's it. All right. So keep that in mind. Let me see if we can pull this up here because apparently they had a glitch. First of all, I found it interesting that there was dates available. And then second of all, these prices were like I was just in shock. I was like, this can't be right. Yes, January, February, March, it's nice. Oh, so there was a glitch. So that's what it was. There was a glitch, ladies and gentlemen. Because I also checked. Okay, now I'm going to tell you what the price was. It was like $5,000 for a week. That's what it was for a 1-bedroom. A 2-bedroom was even more. So apparently it was a glitch that I saw the other night. So that's good news, because there was no way somebody's going to rent a 1-bedroom for a week for $5,000. Well, I wasn't going to charge them that. But the point was, when I saw that, that meant I could charge a little bit more. That's what that meant. So anyhow, I'm going to get off this screen because apparently it looks like it was a glitch, because there's a couple of things going on. One is I didn't think it was available because February, March, and April are prime time in the desert. That's when it's like 80 degrees, 75 degrees. It's perfect out. So that's like, how could there be all this? Especially when it was President's Weekend was available. That even blew me away even more. I was like, hold on a second. What's going on? This doesn't even make sense. How are they available? So now oh, no, I got to show you the screen. You're not going to believe this. Okay, look, I pulled this up because it's saying it's not available. There's a glitch, but let me show you what is available. This is a resort you can see on the screen, right? Oh, no, you can't see it. Here's a resort you can see on the screen with the golf course next to it. You see it's a complex. That means it's a pools and jacuzzis and game rooms and all that, right? Look at the prices, though, for a regular hotel. This is outrageous. Okay, look, Best Western, $190. Okay, no biggie. But look at this, $900. This is what I saw, ladies and gentlemen. This is the 22nd of February for a week. $900 for a frickin' Royal Plaza Inn. $552 for Days Inn. Look at this. $500 for City Center Motel. This is in Indio, not Palm Springs, not Palm Desert. Okay, Quality Inn, $159. Fairfield Inn, $300. This right here is $2,100 for a week, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, Marriott's nice. Fairfields are nice. This is their lobby. $2,100 plus tax. This isn't even the tax number. This is going to end up costing $2,600. Thanks for the breakfast, continental style. No, they got a nice breakfast. They'll have eggs, sausage, and pancakes. $151 at a Wyndham Indio. Look at this. Hampton Inn is $209. That's $1,400 plus tax. So the Wyndham Indio was probably right then, because again, it was $5,000. Now, if you knew it was $5,000 to stay there, and then I come back to you and say, hey guys, you can only stay there for $2,300, you'd be like, oh my God. And I have all this other stuff. I got the golf course. I got the resort pools. Yeah, okay. I'm only going to pay normal rates that people are going to be paying for a freaking Best Western. Well, actually, that's $200 a night. Or a Days Inn, less than a person's paying for a Days Inn. And hell, that's not even a 1-bedroom. Less than City Center Motel, not even a 1-bedroom. All I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, this is the opportunity that you have. Comes along once in a blue moon. Nobody else is doing this. And I'm very happy about it. All right. I'm going to do 3 hours, it looks like. It's bedtime for me, it looks like, as well. So anyhow, I'm in the new lab, ladies and gentlemen. So we're going to have to find out. By the way, you see these things over here, these little plugs. I can't take them out. This used to be mining equipment. Wilson Koo, welcome to the SSN Nation. Wednesday night live stream. He has the icon in the members only chat. And he has a tagline. Good evening, Mr. Burden SSN family. 100% facts. I sell money. He sells money, ladies and gentlemen. You better get some money while the money is out there for the taking, because it's losing value. Loan companies are going out of business. Loan products are being uprooted and changed. Interest rates are going to be increased over the next week. It's very bad out here. All I'm saying. Okay? Very, very bad out here. So if you need some loans, you better get with it. You need to talk with Mr. Koo. He has special loan packaging and products. And go check them out. Quick, Q-U-I-K, E as in Eric, Z as in Zebra, funds.com. And once again, you can hit me up with support at stopstrugglingnow.com, and I will forward your information to Mr. Wilson Koo. All right, evening. Victor M, Curtis D, Diesel M, showing some love in the house. And Larrick C. Larrick C is a new member of the channel, Wilson Koo. He has the icon next to his name. He just signed up today with you. Been busy and just got on. Well, I'm still here, and we're still here, ladies and gentlemen, because this is highly important. Your financial freedom, the fight for financial freedom is no joke. Those freedom papers are getting harder and harder because the squeeze of the inflation is coming to a head for everybody. That means we have to make more money. And how are we going to make more money when products and services cost more as well? What? It's almost like it's going to cost us 20% more for the products, or 10% more. We're going to raise our rate 10 or 20% more, but then we're going to pay a little bit more tax. So again, it's dicey, ladies and gentlemen. Got notification. Only 3 people received notification so far. Thank you so much. Look who else is in the house tonight. Larry Love is here once again. Thank you so much for being here in the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream, where members only can be in the chat room. He has the icon. Thank you so much. Keep up the good work. It's great to be around like-minded people. Thank you so much, Larry Love. Much, much appreciated, and appreciate your support. And yes, we just keep it going, man, because you never know what's going to happen out here in the real world. And oh, by the way, oh my God, Wilson Koo, welcome to the fun, Larrick. No gurus and no FUDs. That's right. The No Guru Zone. This is the SSN Academy, the SSN University. The No Guru Zone is in the house. And speaking of the No Guru Zone, everybody here, some of you were on the Monday night live stream when we started talking about Punta Cana and the reasons why you should get invested over there. Now, check this out. I got something to show you guys. Remember, in fact, hold on a second. I'm going to run a short video real quick because I need some water, and then we're going to get into something. But let me see. We showed some St. Martin. Let's see here. Let's see. I talked about Playboy, so why don't we show some Playboy? Why not? I don't know. He's got a good shot.
Got a lot of competition.
The guy can play. But we all showed up to dethrone him this year. But I brought him something, courtesy of Poker 101A. This is his jersey. And then we're going to auction one off.
Oh, sweet.
So he's got another one.
Great.
All right?
Very
We got
nice.
some heavyweights here.
It's all right. You
Some
can hold your
Marcel
own.
Lewis, David Devilfish Juliet. You know, I'm here. Phil Ivey might even be here. I mean, we have heavyweights here tonight. So us little guys, we're going to have to do something serious.
Here he is, the man of the hour, Don Cheadle. Last year's tournament winner, arriving to defend his title.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. Some of you are new here, like Larrick. I don't know. Maybe Larrick's been watching the channel. Maybe he just now showed up and became a member and a subscriber. But nevertheless, some of you, hey, you know, every now and then, like I said, that's why I started SSN Lifestyle. Because look, I'm hanging out at the Playboy Mansion back in the day, Hugh Hefner and all. And the girls were there that you saw on TV at the time. I can't remember the name of their TV show. They were there too. And so is Don Cheadle, right? And so was David Devilfish Juliet. And if you're in the poker world, one time, so was Daniel Negreanu and a bunch of others. So I should give stories, but I won't yet because I just started talking about Punta Cana, Dominican Republic. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? For everybody that owns Inside Vista Cana, you'll be very, very happy about what I'm about to show you. Vista Cana Lake is what they're calling it. Vista Cana Lake has an event. I'm showing you this right here. This is unbelievable and more reasons to be bullish. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen. It doesn't take up the whole screen, but check this out. This is exciting. Look at this. Look at this. I can hardly contain myself. It's a CrossFit Caribbean, whatever they want to call it, fest. The 23rd of July. Vista Cana Lake, ladies and gentlemen. $20. They are holding an event inside Vista Cana, which now means they are going to be holding events inside Vista Cana. Oh, and you thought the Founders Club membership wasn't nothing? Well, guess what, ladies and gentlemen? If you're a Founders Club member, you can actually find yourself inside Vista Cana, where this Vista Cana Lake is. How about that? Came across on my Instagram earlier today. Is that awesome or what? Is that just freaking awesome? Here, just so you guys get a rendering of what kind of lake area is going to be looking like. This is a rendering. Let me show you what it's supposed to look like. This is the man-made lake out there. These guys are claiming they're going to have some event at Vista Cana Lake. I don't know what type of event this is. CrossFit event it is. That CrossFit could mean like running of some sort, weightlifting. That's what CrossFit means to me. Bicycling, who knows? It could be a bunch of different things. It's going to be out here by Vista Cana Lake. So that means it's in a gated community, by the way, which makes things very, very interesting. This is what I wanted to know about what they're going to do out there, because you guys know we don't have to be determined the actual venue for the Punta Cana conference and party, right? Because I've been waiting for this. Because you guys, if they say that you can actually have events out here at Vista Cana, oh, I'd be hard pressed not to have some of the events happening at the SSN Lifestyle inside Vista Cana. This would be off the charts. Can you imagine our boy Sean Rayford, jazz artist, under the lights at Vista Cana Lake? Man, he might do a live video then. You never know. Could you imagine DJ Robbie D spinning the wheels of steel inside Vista Cana at Vista Cana Lake? Come on. This would be awesome, ladies and gentlemen. And Founders Club members, well, they're VIP. So they're going to have the best seats, best location wherever this event happens. But this is going to be special if they allow it. So I just want to know what you guys think about this. Oh, by the way, some of you may not understand what's happening. Vista Cana is one of the locations. This is another rendering for something that's going to be out by the. This is actually what's supposed to be out by the beach. This is one of the renderings. I don't remember the first rendering or the second, but either one of these is what they're talking about. That's going to be right by the water. That's their Vista Cana Beach Club. And in case you didn't know, they have a 9-hole executive golf course nighttime. There you go. It's not built yet, although they're pretty close. They have the greens laid down. I don't know if they put in the sod yet, but it's getting there, ladies and gentlemen. And just to give you an idea, some of you may not be familiar with Punta Cana and Vista Cana and one of the projects in there. So I'm going to show a little video here. I think I am. Why don't we show a little video? It's the one of everybody that's seen this before, that's been around for a while. You guys have seen this. It's the I can't remember the name of all these places now. I'm blanking out. But nonetheless, it's the Panorama Gardens and Panorama Park. In their section, they have a clubhouse, they have a pool, they have a restaurant, they have a fitness center, they have a yoga place, all within this building. So again, Founders Club member, you're staying at Panorama Gardens, let's say. You have access to this, not only the lake, but to this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, a little small glitch, but hopefully you get the gist of the situation. So imagine there's a beach club that also has a fitness center or also has basketball courts or tennis courts or whatever they got going on. And imagine you have this inside your own complex that's inside that complex. All right, just give you an idea. Or maybe you might want to stay in a different location. There's other locations, not just that. All right, you're going to have choices. And since there's only 15, that means there's only 15 weeks a year that's going to be able to be picked out. That's it. Everybody else, if you want to stay, you're going to have to pay top dollars because things are going to cost an arm and a leg later on. Victor Marrero. He says that is awesome. Those events draw not only tourists, but also new buyers. That rendering is stunning. Yes. Yes, it is stunning. We'll see how it all ends up. But the fact that they're having a CrossFit, they're having people come there inside the gates. That's what's very, very fascinating to me because I wondered what they were going to do with that lake and the golf course because there's supposedly, allegedly, a second lake. There's also there is a second lake. There's also allegedly going to be an 18-hole golf course, which now means how are you going to you're going to have events at that thing, I would imagine. So you're going to let people in. To me, that's kind of like, wait a minute, what about security? You see, that's the way I look at this. But remember, a lot of people have their own security within their project, and then some people don't. So I'm looking like if you let in 1,000 people, 1,000 people aren't going to want to leave. Let's just call it what it is. When they see people on the lake kayaking, paddle boating, swimming, and they find out that there's a cigar on the end of the lake, find out there's shopping and restaurants on the commercial island that's in the middle of the lake, people are going to be like, oh, the party's just now starting. I got stuff to do around here. So you can understand what's going to happen, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be off the charts. So that's another reason to either get yourself invested into the Dominican Republic area or become a member of SSN Lifestyle Founders Club. And you also get a piece because you get to have 1 year, 1 week, every year. And if you want to keep going to Vista Cana to hang out, you get to go. All right. Now, if you guys aren't familiar because you weren't around for the last 2 years about the pre-construction, you can search the channel and there's plenty of videos about Vista Cana because there is so much going on and you guys have no idea. This is probably the premier. This is like, in my opinion, at this point, it's number one. I'm trying to see if I can find something else out, if I have any maps, because it's number one because of the man-made lake. And even though it's not at the beach, that's fine because you know who's at the beach? All-inclusive resorts have pretty much locked up most of the beach area. So either you're going to stay at an all-inclusive resort or you're going to stay at a place like Cana Rock. Victor Marrero owns. And that's directly at the beach. So the beach is literally 100 yards away, I believe, from his Galaxy condo. And they have a golf course on site. They have the beach on site. And of course, you have the restaurants, the bars, and all that. And you're going to be privy, being able to maybe get a day pass, because Victor Marrero is going to probably have the day passes for some of his guests. May even be two included. So now that's $124, $110, whatever the case may be. But it's going to be worth it if you can charge $350, $400 a night or more. He has a 2-bedroom out there. And that's at the beach. So you got the golf course, you have the Hard Rock Casino and Hotel, you have the Soul Music Festival on the Hard Rock grounds, the Latin Music Festival award show on the Hard Rock grounds. And then now they even have a jazz ensemble, a jazz fest coming apparently that's going to be at the Hard Rock. There's 4,000 or 5,000 people in that venue. They're trying to even make it even larger, but I don't know how. Maybe 5,500. But there's a lot of people in the venue, which now means they keep making these big old events happen as COVID is in the rearview mirror. And now you're going to have 5,500 people seemingly coming almost every week or every other week to the Hard Rock. You don't think Connor Rock is going to be number 1 or number 2 as far as renting? People are going to have to stay there if they just want to walk to the venue. Otherwise, you got to take Uber. You got to take some drivers, but they don't have Uber. You got to get a driver with you, and you got 2,000, 3,000 people needing an Uber or a Lyft driver to get them into the Hard Rock, which, by the way, is security gated too. Come on, man. So now anybody staying at Connor Rock during prime season, do you think he's not going to be able to rent his place for $400, $500, $600 a night? During prime time, the Hard Rock themselves are renting a hotel unit for $1,000 a night, $700 a night. Some of you guys are probably like in denial. You're sitting there going, wait, what is he saying? He can't be serious about this, right? Hold on. Let me show you guys something. This is what kind of what's going to happen, and sit back and watch, because the events are going to start unfolding, because the Hard Rock is major. The Malia and the Kathmandu. So Malia is going to start having lots of parties and lots of events happening at their property. Cap Cana is building 5-star resorts in Cap Cana. You don't think they're going to be left out. You don't think all these people are going to be like, man, the Latin Music Awards, man, we're trying to have it down here in Cap Cana. We don't want it up there. Because who the artists of the Latin Music Awards, they'd rather be in Cap Cana. That's the 5-star luxury location in the Punta Cana area. But guess what? So is Hard Rock Casino and Hotel. Guess what? So is going to be Cana Rock Properties. Guess what? So is Vista Cana Properties, apparently. Guess what? So is downtown properties like the beach and some other villas that's going to be downtown and condos downtown, like REA, right? So, and all these, I mean, it's getting out of control, ladies and gentlemen, quite frankly. So here's what I'm doing. Just a point. Victor Marrero may still be with us. It's almost midnight. This is late midnight. I just feel good. Like I say, I'm out here in the new lab, first time. And Victor Marrero, do you happen to know if the Soul Fest is still going to be the last week in January at the Hard Rock? So if it is, I'm going to show you something, ladies and gentlemen. Usually I think it starts Wednesday through Sunday. Generally, what I always say, if you guys go on a vacation and you're going to an event, you always want to arrive the day before. You always want to leave the day after. So this is what we'd be doing. And as of right now, oh, hold on. I got to do something else. Do you see this? This is $500 a night, ladies and gentlemen, is what the Hard Rock's charging. $395 on the free cancellation up until January, but I'm not even going to count that. I'm going to go with, okay, I'm going to show you. Now, Victor Marrero, keep in mind, has a 2-bedroom, ladies and gentlemen, condo, full kitchen, balcony, patio, and he can walk to the beach in about 100 yards. All right. So why don't we just go to their website, since they want to start out with $395, because they're going to have a special when you book this far in advance. Guess what happens when you get within 3 months or 4 months of this event? If they have the soul, I'm pretty sure they do. They're going to have a 7-night minimum during that week. They book up to about 80%, 60%, I think it's 60%. Then they start putting restrictions in place. You have to do 4 nights. Then you have to do 7 nights. And all the while, notice what I'm putting in here. 2 adults. Remember, Marrero's is going to sleep anywhere from 4 to 6. If he has a sofa sleeper, it'll sleep 6. Look at this right here, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, this is all included. 781 square feet. The Caribbean Suite Classic King. I never liked the Caribbean Classic. All right. But they're called. Oh, it's not the Caribbean. It's the other one. I like the Caribbean Classic. That's where I like staying. These right here, I don't like. These Caribbean Suite double beds ones. And they're even more. But anyhow, let's get into it. This is the Caribbean Suite Classic with the jacuzzi. Maybe I'll show you one of my videos where I actually show you SSN Lifestyle, ladies and gentlemen. One of the videos actually has pictures from the Hard Rock. We're going to get into this because, again, it wants to show, I can't believe it does this, always wants to open up a separate window. So that's why I'm talking and you guys don't see what I'm talking about. But this is why you have to invest. This could be Tulum, Mexico, for all I care. It could be Playa del Carmen, where they have Hard Rock there as well. Come on. Cancun, where they have the Hard Rock, sorry. But the thing is, look at this. $395 hotel room, although albeit it's all inclusive. All right. I will say all inclusive is cool. All you can drink, because I have the rum, the vodka, the beer, and all that in my room. I have I can order room service, all included, any time of day or night. Well, I didn't test that theory though. I think I tested 6 a.m. in the morning and I got breakfast one time. So I know it's 6 a.m. I don't know at 2 a.m. in the morning or anything like that. I know they'll bring me liquor though. But anyhow, here we go. I'm going to try and get this on screen for you so you can see what this is, because you have to understand what's happening. This is during the Soul Fest. At least I believe it's the Soul Fest. Punta Cana Soul Fest 2023. Let's see what the dates are. I could be wrong, but I'm going to find out. It's usually, oh, I am wrong. It starts on the 16th, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, my. That's going to be, oh, my. You guys know Keith Sweat's going to be there. Anthony Hamilton's going to be there, just for starters. Oh, my. Oh, my. This is interesting, because I don't know what the dates are, but if it's going to be starting at the 16th, it says 16th through the 18th, which is going to be a whole different ball game. That's Martin Luther King's weekend. So it's not going to be the last week like they've previously done. This is Martin Luther King's, which is also a holiday. How can they do that to us, ladies and gentlemen? Holy smokes. And the week before that is another event, which Victor Marrero said on Monday Night Live stream. He mentioned it. So that means the 16th through the 18th means you need to arrive on the 15th and depart on the 19th. And the 19th, unfortunately, is going to be a holiday. That's not good. This is not good for anybody that's going, because this is going to cost you an arm and a leg. Oh, wait a minute. Let's see here. Oh, wait a minute. This is going to be, this is not even good. Oh, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. They did do it. 7-night minimum. They already started it. Did you see that little blurb that came up? Look at this. When I clicked on the date, did you see it? That flashed. This is a 3-night minimum on the 14th through the 16th. But as soon as I click on that, did you see that? Can you believe this? They already have the 7-night minimum if you want to come on the 15th. They know the trick, ladies and gentlemen. Come on the day before. They're saying we got to stay for the week. So that would make sense. Hold on. Let me see if I can get this popping. All right. Oh, no, not that. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this. Now we're going to find out. This is where it happens during Soul Fest. I thought $3.95 was cheap. I was getting ready to give him some kudos. But the dates must be longer than the 16th through the 18th because it's generally 4 nights. It used to be. So I'm going to be curious here. You guys curious about this? Let me know if you're curious or not about this. Because let me see if Rose still in the house at midnight. I know you might have to get up in the morning. A lot of people might have to, but thank you so much. 3 hours in, please smash the like button. Click the all bell notification. All right, now let's see what we're going to have here. As this starts populating, I'm sorry. Okay, it still keeps saying the 16th through the 18th. I find that hard to believe because otherwise they wouldn't have it. I just can't see this happen. This says El Macau. Okay, there's something going on. It says the 15th through the 18th for this one. So I'm going to assume it's 3 or 4 nights, even though this says 16th through the 18th. But nonetheless, you can't book 3 nights starting the 15th. You can only go the 14th through the 17th. And what are you going to do? Check out during Soul Fest? That's crazy. So they made it a 3-night minimum during Martin Luther King's weekend. But yet, if you want to go to the Soul Fest, they're making you have to stay for 7 nights. Yikes. All right. Look at this. $424 is what it's going to cost for this room sleeps 2. There's a sofa sleeper. That's why I'm hesitant, because I didn't have anybody in the room with me where I'd require an extra bed. So I can't remember if the bed comes out or not. So anyhow, $3,700, ladies and gentlemen, tax included for 7 nights. That's $500 and some odd per night. Victor Marrero, do you think your 2-bedroom can get $500 a night? Not going to be all inclusive though. But will you be willing to take $400 per night and take $2,800 during that week? That's the question. Are you going to take 1% of your purchase price? Is that 1%? I think it is. 10% is $28,000. 1% is $2,800. So you want to make 1.3% of your purchase price in 1 week? Not bad, ladies and gentlemen. As soon as we get up to 100 times, 100 reserve. But anyhow, the point I'm trying to make, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. This only sleeps 2 adults. Now I'm going to blow your mind away. All right? Stick with me. I'm giving you some promos again for why you should invest in Punta Cana territories. Because what I'm going to do here is Victor Marrero's unit sleeps 6. I'm assuming he's going to have a sofa sleeper. But I'm only assuming that, but I really don't know because I think it's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath. And it starts getting a little crowded when you only have 2 baths. But here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go up to 5 people. We're going to put this in because that changes the whole dynamics, because now you're going to need a family unit. And this is at the Hard Rock. And it's during Martin Luther King weekend. Now, this right here, you can't sleep 5. You can only sleep 3. So apparently there is a somewhat of a sofa sleeper in the room. Well, guess what? You got problems. If you have a party of 4 or 5 or 6, guess what? $3,700 is not. It's going to cost you a lot more than $3,700. This is terrible. This is terrible, ladies and gentlemen. Very, very bad for people that are going, but very, very good for Victor Marrero. Because now he will be able to get $500 a night during Soul Fest because Hard Rock has no rooms. There's something to be said to walk to the event. That's all I'm going to say about that. If you guys don't see the value. But again, this is so slow. It's driving me crazy tonight. So thank you so much for hanging in there, ladies and gentlemen, because this right here is how we get our freedom papers. We have to make moves when it's good. So let me do something else here, because this is, I'm trying to get back. There's no honeymoon here, ladies and gentlemen. I get got stuff flying around. So it's like I'm got something in my eye, apparently. All right, so I'm back to this screen. We're going to try and find a room that sleeps 5 people. Because if we can't find a room that sleeps 5 people, congratulations to everybody that owns Econo Rock, because that we don't know what you'll be able to charge. Because clearly you're going to be able to charge $500 a night for 5 people, right? That's clear. There's no rooms available. There's no room available, ladies and gentlemen. So Victor Marrero and all the people that own a 2-bedroom or larger, they can charge whatever they want. They're going to have people going to the event with more than 2 or 3 people, and they're going to say, hey, man, we're going to split the room. And so if you say we have a 2-bedroom that sleeps 6, and you have a kitchen, and you have those goodies, like the chocolate, some tickets to Hard Rock, where you can actually go to the all-inclusive as well, just like everybody that's paying $3,700 for a studio unit. And he's going to go, okay, I'm going to charge $4,300, $4,400. People are going to say that's a deal because they can divide it 4 or 5 ways. And they still can go hang out at the Hard Rock. Come on. I see a win here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to wrap this up. It's past 3 hours. We haven't ran one for 3 hours in a long time. So let's see what I missed. Oh, here we go. I didn't miss it. He's still here. Thank you so much. Here we go. He started it off. That is awesome. These events draw. Exactly. Number 2, we still have bingo date at Vista Cana Clubhouse, right? Get ready for bingo nights. Hey, I'm pretty sure it can be pulled off after seeing what this is about. Thanks, Eric. Great stuff from Wilson Koo. Wilson Koo, ladies and gentlemen, if in case you bought it, Vista Cana, he's working on trying to continue, working on getting a loan in case you pay off your property early or when it's due. He's working on that for you. So that's pretty cool. I am here. Yes, as far as I know, it's let me check something. Yeah, exactly. Okay, here we go. Yes, so 16th through the 18th. They also have Soul Comedy Jam Girls Trip. Oh, so they added comedy now. So not only is it the 6th, no wonder it's 7 nights. Ice Cube will also be there January 19th to the 23rd, 21st. That's why it's a week, ladies and gentlemen. Victor Marrero, this is awesome. Thank you so much for that information. I didn't even see that anywhere. That is awesome. Wow. The Hard Rock concerts I have attended, the minimum night stay has been 3 nights, sometimes 4 nights. However, this also includes tickets for 2 for that weekend event. That's correct. That's nice. But Victor Marrero, I can only envision during Soul Fest. I don't know what you guys can charge. I am really thinking for 4,000 for a week is not under. I'm not even underestimating. 7 times 600 is 4,200. Tax or whatever, let's just call it 4,700. I mean, it could be attainable. At least that's what I'd be marketing it for if it was available on Airbnb right now. Because I'm going to include 2 tickets. Well, at least 2 people will have tickets to go to the Hard Rock. I can charge 60% and perhaps include tickets for the event. I'm already developing a plan for that. It also depends on the artist or event. When Shakira came to Hard Rock, was charging $1,500. Exactly. And I'm going to tell you guys something else. The rates right now are cheap. The closer they start booking things up to around 60%, he's talking about charging. Watch what happens when it gets to around November and December. The rates are not $400 a night. Last year, it started somewhere like $600-700 for the Caribbean room that didn't have the jacuzzi in the room. This is they called it, they changed the names I see. But this Caribbean section, it had the jacuzzi on the balcony. And I'm like, what the heck? They have a tub with jets on the balcony. Unlike the unit that you guys saw where it's $424, that's going to be around $700 when November and December show up. I'm telling you right now, people are going to be spending $5,000-6,000 just to stay in the studio. And Victor Marrero is going to be well, not next year, but the year after, is going to have a spot at the Galaxy that's going to be 100 yards from the beach, and it will include them being able to go to the beach club. All right, we're going to wrap this up. Thanks for the gems. Enjoy the evening. Thank you so much for being here. But being here this late and this long, Driven Fortitude is in the house. Welcome to the SSN Nation Wednesday night live stream. Thank you so much for being here with the icon next to your name. And in case you're watching this and wondering why you can't be in the chat room, it's because only members with the icon can be in the chat room tonight. Everybody else can watch. But you can join us on Friday night at 9-10 p.m. Driven Fortitude says, good evening, SSN fam. Woke up and missed the entire stream. Looks like y'all had a ball. Yes, we keep rolling. And because I'm at the new studio spot, it looks like I'm going longer, 3 hours and 15 minutes. So please, everybody, smash the like button while it's still free. Also, please subscribe to the channel while it's still free and click the all notification bell. And by the way, please sign up for the newsletter. It's down below. I hope I left the newsletter link. That's an email list, really. But I'm only sending it out because you guys need to know when I'm uploading videos, because sadly, they don't like to tell anybody. And by the way, the newsletter link is not down below. Jeez, I blew it, ladies and gentlemen. There's an open spot for it, but I blew it. And I am going to add it in the next 55 seconds. Let's just call it that way. And then you'll be able to go down below in the description and please sign up for the newsletter. All right. Near the very bottom, next to connect with us near the bottom, which means connect with our social media platforms, please. We don't have enough people on our social media platforms. Sometimes I list motivational information. Sometimes I list some up and coming information. Sometimes I talk about business and all that. So once again, that's how we're going to do it. And I guess I could put it down here in the description. Let me see if it actually is going to show the whole thing. Yes, there it is. So we're good with that. And Driven Fortitude says, awesome. Thank you so much. I was just going into our favorite subject matter because we just found out that in Vista Cana, at Vista Cana Lake in the Punta Cana area of the Dominican Republic, they are actually having a CrossFit event. So I got a little bit excited because in the last 30 minutes, I started, and I'll show again since you just arrived. And let me see, where's this picture at? I'll show you the picture. Here's the event that they're promoting that's coming up this month, the 23rd of June, and they're calling it Vista Cana Lake in their advertisement. Apparently it's $20 to get in, and it's some sort of CrossFit Caribbean Fest by Yosai or something. Yosai CrossFit, apparently. So this is giving me and everybody a big hoorah, because Victor Marrero's at Hard Rock. He's benefiting from the events there. If they start having events at Vista Cana Lake, which is very, very likely, that means everybody that owns within Vista Cana is awesome. And that also means everybody that signed up as a Founders Club member who gets to stay at Vista Cana every year, included in their membership for free. If they choose to go to Vista Cana and stay at that location, they'll have other locations to stay at as well. The $2,799 fee to get in to be the Founders Club is worth it. So now when they start having events like there, guess what? You're staying on site. You get to go check it out. That's awesome. Or maybe you have to pay to get in. Who knows? But the fact of the matter is you don't have to come from outside of Vista Cana to go to events, just like Victor Morrell doesn't have to go outside of his project if he wanted to stay in his condo to go to any of the musical events and concerts that happen, and apparently comedy events that happen. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And I'm very happy, and I have a big smile on my face because this is why I started SSN Lifestyle, and this is why I started Stop Struggling Now. Because 2 years ago, again, I talked about, I got to give us some pub, everybody here. 2 years ago, I started talking about pre-construction properties in the Dominican Republic when people could have bought condos for 50, 60, 70,000, 120,000 for 2 and 3 bedroom units, 100,000s, 150,000s for villas, and 130s for villas. That's what the prices were 2 years ago inside Vista Cana. And to hear that they're going to be doing this, man, awesome is an understatement. All right. That's all I can say. Awesome. And she says, wow, as well. Exactly. Wow factor. Right. That happened fast. You got that right. It happened fast because you build it and they're coming. And now they're just think about this. Imagine if you lived in Orlando and your whole life, and there was never the infrastructure they have right now. And then imagine all of a sudden in the state of Florida, they build Disneyland now. The whole state would be going berserk because they would be like, this is unheard of. This is awesome. And everybody in Orlando would be jumping up and down going, oh my, they're bringing millions of people to our city, to this area, and all these jobs. My property is about to go up in value. I'm about to be doing this Airbnb thing. I'm about to make a lot of money. I already live here. I don't have to buy a house. I bought a house when prices were 120 grand, 150 grand for a house. These homes are now 400, 500, 600,000. Not me personally. I'm just saying that's what would have happened, right? You'd be benefiting. This is what's happening in the DR. All these people who were doing events, they never had venues. They never had places that they can actually just go to Vista Cana Lake. They could always go to Hard Rock, though. Hard Rock always had events, but you had to be major. You have to be bringing in thousands of people. They're not going to do an event for you for 200 people, 400 people, 500 people. So people were limited to what type of venues they could get and in cool places. The infrastructure wasn't built, but it's being built now. So it's all over the place that this is going to happen. And that just means there's going to be more people. In fact, Driven Fortitude, in case you didn't know, they had a tourist record. 644,000 tourists came to the Dominican Republic in the month of June. That's an all-time record. 644,800 and something to be exact. Nearly 645,000. If you know the numbers, 60% of those generally would have went to Punta Cana Airport and came out through Punta Cana Airport. That means over 360,000 people. Somewhere between 360 and 400,000 people came through the Punta Cana Airport and is maybe hanging out in the Punta Cana region, whether that's an hour away, 45 minutes away, or 2 miles away from the airport. That is what's going on. And it's in June. Rain every day. Humid. The most humid months. This ain't even prime time. I can only imagine next year, January, February, March, and April, during when it's 80, 85 degrees, low or no humidity, 700 and some thousand, 800,000. This is going to be awesome. Once again, everybody, you have 11 out of 15 spots left for the Founders Club. I'm going to keep preaching this because you're going to be able to stay in these locations. There's going to be a week that you're going to get to stay there. And not only just a week, one of the nights, one of the days, you get to have that chef come over and cook you some meals. You're going to have transportation to and from your unit. SSN Lifestyle, Founders Club. You're going to have tickets to go to the island of Isla Saona, a day trip, because it's going to be 6 hours. Let's just call it what it is. You're going to have snacks or eat on the island. You're going to hang out over there, swim around with other people. You'll be in the excursion, 2 hours over, hang out 2-3 hours, 2 hours, 3 hours back. So let's call it what it is. That's going to be included. Coco Bongo, the nightclub spot, kind of. Plays, music, nightclub spot. Let's just call it what it is. You're going to be sitting at least at a table. You're not going to be standing room only for 2.5, 3 hours, 4 hours. No, you're a VIP, remember? That's included. 4 tickets to that. Victor Marrero knows how much them tickets are. He knows they're about $175 to $200 per person. You're going to have 4 of them included in your membership. Come on. This is crazy. I'm trying to get you guys there so you have fun your whole life, not just one incident, 2 incidents. We're trying to make sure that you have revenue coming in, a way to make money, and then you have a way to go to all the cool spots. So when I say cool spots, you might be going some other place. Like, for instance, I just talked about Orlando. Orlando's cool, right? A week in Orlando would be cool if you didn't have to pay for it, right? That's part of your membership for $27.99. So you can start making plans. You say, I'm going to hang out in Orlando for a week, included on one of your years. There's going to be other stuff. There'll be like Las Vegas, of course. Hang out a week in Las Vegas. Come on. You're not going to mind that. Okay. All right. Right. That tropical. Exactly. So the point I was trying to make, Driven Fortitude, is this. Since you showed up a little late, and other people might have showed up a little late as well, and they may be watching, is the fact that you could have bought the last 2 years. You can still buy even now. They have units available for $100,000 that are downtown. There's still some, villas, they're escalating $240,000. That's a house. That's crazy. But anyhow, it's only crazy because I know you could have gotten it at half price a year or 2 years ago. Even last year, $145, $150 would have got you a villa. So they're escalating. Vistacana right now, they started selling villas for $300,000. Just so you guys know. So my point I was trying to make about this, the amount of people coming in means there's high demand. So that means everybody across the board wins. If I want to start a rental business, which, by the way, Ring of Fire people, SSN Lifestyle members, Ring of Fire, you're going to be in the rental business if you want to be. In the Dominican Republic, you can make an investment. That's going to be coming up. So another reason to be a member, maybe not a Founders Club member, but maybe you want to be a pro member for $149.99. Maybe you want to be an elite member for $349.99, where you get additional perks. But you have to be a member to be able to invest in a fire. So now you're going on about your way. You invested in a rental business. There's profits from every rental, 20%, 25%. I haven't determined that yet because there's going to be a lot of, let's just call it competition. So it might be 20. I'm trying to get it to be 20. That's what I really want. But with this inflationary situation and all that, I might have to do 25. But the standard is generally 30%. So I want to be within the 20, 25% category. I'm really going to try and do 20. It all depends what the numbers are. But that's what we're going to try and get. So if we make 20%, and that's not all. Due to the amount of people coming there, you're going to have excursions. You get discount tickets. So let's just say that the Coco Bongo costs $175, right? That's the VIP, the first stage VIP. At least you're sitting down. And let's just say Coco Bongo says, hey, you do rentals, you bring people to the island, we're going to give you a deal. You get we'll give you 20% or something, whatever. But just think about it. If you have a couple hundred people coming through per year, that 20% of 175 starts adding up. And that's just because people was asking anyhow, hey, I want to go to Coco Bongo. And you're like, oh, why pay the 175? We got tickets here for 150 or 160 maybe, whatever. Now all of a sudden you're getting some kickbacks, you're getting discounts, you're getting all kind of stuff. ATV Adventure Park, or I don't know the Adventure Park, what the name of it is, but that zip line park where you can go swimming and there's pools and things like that. That's also an excursion that, once again, once you're into the renting and you have a couple hundred people coming through, you're always going to have that pamphlet saying, hey, while you're here, this is what you can do. So now all that type of business is going to be available to you. That's additional profit. Whereas before, when they only had, 5 or 6,000 people coming in, 6 million, 5 or 6 million coming in per year. Okay, great. You have like 200,000, 300,000, but that's a big difference of 2 or 300,000 coming to the island versus 2 or 3 or 400 or 300,000 coming into just Punta Cana, not the total island, just through Punta Cana. That means where are all these extra hundreds of thousands of units going to come from? And that's why there's a building fest going on that part of the island and all over the island, quite frankly. Punta Cana will blow up in the next 2 years. He's correct. Just watch. The momentum is picking up speed. Yes, and the only reason the momentum hasn't already happened is because of the COVID situation. That's the only reason, ladies and gentlemen. It's that simple. If there wasn't a COVID, projects would have been finished. Some of the infrastructure would have been built out. They would already be rocking and rolling. And some of us would be sitting here going, damn it, we got to wait another year. These dudes are making a killing. They're charging $300, $400, $500 per night for their 2-bedroom units. And all of us have bought $250 and under. Keep that in mind, ladies and gentlemen. If you start talking about investing in any business or doing anything, think about this. You need your freedom papers, but it's also based on your investment. You don't want to invest $300, $400, $500,000 for a return that's only going to be 10% or 5 to 10%. What you're losing. Okay, you're not winning. If inflation continues at 10%, let's just say, right? That means you need to make more than 10% profit, right? So I always err on the side of caution because I understand where we live. Governments print money. They're not going to stop. So that means inflation can always go higher than even 10% or 15 or 20. So that's why my target is always 20%. Because countries will go out of business if they have inflation 20% every year. You'd be in hyperinflation sooner or later. Your country's a disaster at that point. So therefore, that's why I always want 20%, because that's like a threshold to me. They might hit 20%, just like what happened in America the last 2 years. They won't announce it, but it's unsustainable. So that's why they had to raise the interest rates. So therefore, they're going to drop back down to something reasonable, maybe 10%, maybe 8%. So that's why I always try to strive for the 20% profit. Minimum, by the way. So anybody who buys something for under $250,000 or less, guess what? You're going to be in a position where you can earn more than 20% return a year based on the numbers I'm seeing now. Because heaven forbid, if we get 7 million visitors on the island, and we get 4.2 million or 4 million that come through Punta Cana Airport, that's, ladies and gentlemen, that's 400,000 people every month. 100,000 people every month. There's not enough units for that presently. You can fill up all of the all-inclusive resorts, but not everybody wants to spend $500, $600 a night. Let's just call it what it is. So it's going to blow up. But the momentum, it would have already happened. And it's still happening right now. That's why all these events are coming back to Punta Cana. The Latin Music Awards, Victor Marrero, you mentioned the other one that's going to be the week before, I believe, the Soul Fest. Wasn't that like a jazz thing? So they're doing the damn thing at Hard Rock. They're taking full advantage of all these tourists coming in. They're going to want to stay at Hard Rock. Let's just say what it is. And then Malia is going to be next for Kathmandu. Those two, everybody's going to want to stay at those two properties because they have the 5,000 to 10,000 people going to be hanging out at those places. All right, we're going to wrap this up, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for being here with me tonight. And once again, please, the links are down below. Go check out SSN Lifestyle. Become a member. We have lots of things happening. I'm very, very excited. Now that I kind of got my legs underneath me, and because, again, in case you don't know, my mom passed away 6 months ago. There's going to be we got probate situations going on. We got a different array and things happening. I got derailed on where I was going to be in the free state of Florida. I'm not, because of this and because of some other things. I'm hanging out in ATL area, and it doesn't seem like I'm going to be in the free state of Florida anytime soon. So, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to be in the free state of Dominican Republic. And you guys can join me. And don't miss, sign up for that. Get your special tickets. You have until September 30th. $109.99 is what the ticket cost for the SSN Lifestyle party and conference. And I should turn it around, conference and party, because it's going to be a business event. Get those tax write-offs right. Okay? So once again, ladies and gentlemen, 3 hours and a half. We haven't ran one this long, but only because I'm excited and because of this inflation number that came out only means I need to improve SSN Lifestyle even more. I need more products. The other products are going to be dropping this week, so you guys know. Or wait, it's Wednesday. So actually, the other products is going to be they're available right now. The other products are going to be available you can purchase, pre-order, do what you want to do. But the other two products are going to be ready by the end of the week. And so therefore, they're going to start being shipped out on Monday. And this product here, the bad boy, the one that we're the only company that has this. And quite frankly, there's a foundation that orders this product, by the way, for their breast help, just so you guys know. All right. So there's some other things going on, and this is so powerful. Like I said, there's some major corporations that order this. That's right. We do wholesale, ladies and gentlemen. SSN Lifestyle members, you can wholesale our products. If you order at least 2 dozen, you get a discounted break. If you order 3 dozen, you get a larger discount. And you can actually market these on your own. It's part of being in your own business, CEO of your life. That's why I'm very excited, because it's operational right now. The fact is, the wholesale, not operational, but that means I got to add it, because that's going to be limited to how many you have to order. Then you can order at 50, 60% discount. $34.99 can turn into $18. Or it can turn into $21, but you are taking the risk because you're buying the product, and that means you're going to go out here and sell it. But nonetheless, is there any other company that's going to let you buy for 24 units that's actually a life-changing product, that it's actually all natural, that actually no parabens, gluten-free, over 25 health products or health benefits? Hell no. And non-GMO, by the way, products all sourced in the United States, not Chinese product, not Chinese D3, not Chinese MSM, not Chinese iodine, not Chinese nothing. Sourced in the USA, manufactured in the USA for you, to make sure your health is right. Because again, you don't want to be sick when you're out here having fun, ladies and gentlemen, right? Because you are going to have to work out, right? You are going to have to eat right. So why not make sure you have necessary ingredients in your body to make sure it can process all these good nutrients? Because think about it. A lot of you are out here working out, but you're not eating proper. You also don't have the necessary nutrients going in your body for you working out and putting stress on your body. So think about all this. This all comes into play. You want an extended lifestyle that you're going to enjoy and love? Sometimes you have to do things, work out, put some necessary nutrients in your bodies, and there's some things that you lose as you get older, like testosterone. We don't have testosterone in here. Don't need it. But you do need magnesium. That's for sure. You do need D3 for your bones, right? You do need MSM for your joints, and also help with bones and cartilage and all that, right? You need that as you get older. That's why you have to ask yourself, why is it some people look so good when they're 70, others don't? Some people look good when they're 80, others don't. Some people look like grandma when they're 40. It all depends on what you're putting in your body, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So keep that in mind. And I'm going to do something else because we only have a few people here and it's 3:30, 3 hours and 39 minutes. Make sure you smash the like button to show that you have some love for the SSN family and the nation. And I'm going to do one last video because I've been talking real estate, right? So you guys, some of you don't know that I still have my land auction video here. Some of you never have heard of land auction. So this is another opportunity for you. Discount lots. I think that they are part of what used to be land auction because it's no qualifying and there's land. Remember with land, the three things you're going to have to pay attention to: electricity, water, and sewer. If you can get all three of those to your lot, then it's worthy of purchasing, unless you're determining some other reason for the lot. But these are acres sometimes, and they're lots. They're city lots and acres. You can put down, like, I don't know, just go to discountlots.com and you can check it out. But you can put down like $500 and then you pay monthly. No credit check, no qualifying. They're holding the paper. They're not going to transfer title until you pay it off. So you don't pay it off, they kept your money and you don't get the lot. Do you really think they care if you don't pay it off or do? That's the point. That's why they have it at this. Now, they've increased prices, but keep this in mind. As home prices come down, land prices start coming down. And also keep your eye on land, because when home prices drop, if they do drop 50%, guess what happens with land? Land prices drop even more than 50%. So now you'll be able to pick them up even cheaper. So anyhow, a lot of you don't know real estate is my thing. So I'm going to show you how long ago landauction.com is no longer around. But this is what I used to look like long time ago. All right. And yes, I was in their infomercials, and this is part of that. After about 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes in infomercials, they run their own little private commercial where they show people saying, yeah, it's cool, we love it, whatever. I'm in their circular for when they ran their infomercials worldwide. So when they had an infomercial in New York, Miami, Chicago, Scottsdale, Anaheim, San Francisco, Pleasanton, Washington State, whenever in Texas, whenever they were running an infomercial for their auction, because auctions were in person, I'm in their loop. So check this out. Landauction.com. Let me see if I still have it. Interesting. Uh-oh, I don't have it. Oh, wait, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Check it out.
Land. There's no better time to buy than now, and no easier way to buy it than at the big public land auction coming to a city near you. You bid, you win, you're a landowner.
We were maybe $3,000 less than what we expected to pay, so we're very happy. Very happy.
Very. We got a great deal for 2.5 acres of land.
Hundreds of parcels must be sold, from city lots to 10, 20, even 100-acre parcels. Now you can get clear titled land at auction prices. Call to register now to reserve your seat. It's free, and you get the complete auction catalog. You don't need to be a real estate expert to bid.
This is my first time, and it was so easy.
I love to work with them, and this is the first time I'm being here, but I'm planning to come back more and more and buy more properties.
Check out the properties you like. Look at maps online and at the auction. Do your homework, then attend the auction and win.
Great property. It was 5 acres, and I'm planning to do a lot with it, but I want to buy more properties now. That's why I'm here.
Land auction buying power means no middleman, no real estate commissions, and it's an auction, so you set the price.
I walked in and it was super simple.
You can get property 20%, 30% below retail value if you actually went there.
Down payments as low as $100, and Land Auction has easy financing available right at the auction.
Land auction financing was no problem whatsoever, sailed right through the process.
I'm not going to recommend land auction to anybody because then I'm going to give all the good deals away.
Visit landauction.com to see our auction calendar. Get ready to reserve your seat and come to the public land auction right in your city. It's free. It's fun. It's like nothing else.
Landauction.com.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is what I'm talking about. Land, actual real estate as in a home or multifamily, you have all kind of options. And I'm just going to say this and we're going to end it. The reason why real estate is very, very fascinating is because of this. When the home prices go down, land goes down in value as well. When you pick up the land at these cheap prices, okay? I'll give you an example. So in California, before 2005, 2008, 2009 crash, I picked up some property in Lake County in Clear Lake. Now, at landauction.com, people were bidding for lots that were on a slope because they didn't go. They didn't study. They just was like, oh, it's at Kelseyville. It's Clear Lake, California, and it's a big lake. And so they just bought the lot. They didn't go there and look at the lot. And then I knew it was on a slope. I knew it was, well, if you're going to build and you're on a slope, you can only go like 30 degrees because if it's in a septic system, you're not going to be able to do one. So it's like people just buy. So I always looked at and hoped that my lots would be after they sold one or two before, because the first lots people would always buy for more. So in other words, they're shooting all their bullets out the chamber. So I was always happy that the ones I always wanted would always be like the fourth or the fifth lot up in the auction. That would be generally after 45 minutes to an hour that the auction started. So anyhow, I used that to my advantage. But nonetheless, I would always have like 3 or 4 of the properties. I'd go, okay, this is my number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. So the first ones would come up and people would bid and make stupid bids like $8,000, $9,000, $10,000. I'm like, right on. So now later on in the auction, all of a sudden, my lot has lake view. It comes up, nobody wants to bid past $3,000. Another lot directly across the street is even later in the auction. It's across the street from the lake. $3,000. That's what the winning bid was that I got it for. So now that's when land was cheap. All right? This is how long ago this is. All of a sudden, 2005, 2006, the guy next door to me across the street from the lake, the lot, it was only worth $3-4 grand when I got it. Probably $4 grand, maybe 5. He offers me $45,000 because he owns the lot next to me. I'm not going to build on the lot. I'm like, sold. So I was like, no problem. The one that had lake view has a golf course, by the way, executive golf course is at the lot as well. Not at the lot, but within this subdivision that this lot, Lake View, has a little slope, but it's on a septic system. I would have to put in a septic. The realtor calls me up one day and he says, Eric, this is when the home prices were booming, 2005 and 6 and 7, somewhere in there. He calls me up and goes, Eric, I got an offer for you on your lot, $94,000. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yeah, somebody will sign right now if you sign it over to me. I was like, this is incredible. This is what I'm talking about. When economies go bad, you have playbooks, and I'm giving you a playbook. You start looking at discount lots. You start doing your homework. There's no auction bidding there. You can just buy outright. But you can find a lot that is in a valuable location that they're selling for cheap when the home prices go down. So that's the last time I'm going to tell you that, ladies and gentlemen, because I've said it before, but since you're here for the late night nuggets, I might as well give it to you. All right. So let me wrap this up. All right. Driven fortitude. Oh, no. Oh, my. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's wrap this up. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. And once again, please like, subscribe, and click the bell below so you get the latest updates. And I know it's hard out here, and that's why we have to stay diligent. We got to fight for our financial freedom. And that means by any means necessary, you're going to have to bring in extra income as long as it's legal. And I'm giving you legal ways to do it. And down below in the description, there's many other legal ways like the free Bitcoin mining using your own software that you don't have to buy anything. It's your own computers. And then you can help other people sign up as well and get some more pennies a day of Bitcoin. But there's more than that down below. Get your free stocks from Robinhood and Webull. Get your free coin, Bitcoin from Coinbase if you haven't already. All of that is happening. And with all that said, it's hard, but you're going to have to keep your head up. Keep moving. And I'm out.